are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Weights have been lifted. Sprints have been run. Preparation for today's game is history. It's time to get it done. You're listening on MichiganSportsRadio.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to game night. And finally, welcome back to Grandville. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, back with the Grandville Bulldogs here tonight on MGN on Michigan Sports Radio for what is a big one when you look at the entire scope of this season. West Ottawa in town here tonight to take on the Bulldogs, and a Grandville team coming off a tough loss to their rival and looks like OK Red champion Hudsonville Eagles a week ago. But now for Grandville, a win away from a likely safe playoff positioning, some other factors as well as they take on a West Ottawa team that's looking for their second win of the year.
Yeah, I think health a big one in this one tonight for the Bulldogs. Getting Jay Weiss back, and for the last couple weeks of the season, he'll be back along the offensive line. For the Panthers, likely down a couple of their stars, and we'll be missing those guys in what's been kind of a struggle of a season for them. But a team that played them close last year, a team that's trying to turn their season around, but should be a good one. Bulldogs have a lot on the line.
Yeah, and it is an absolutely beautiful night here at Bulldogs Stadium. Back-to-back weeks at Bulldogs Stadium for Grandville to close this regular season. We'll be here for both of them, and it all starts here tonight on our Bennett Center Farmers Insurance Agency pregame show. When we come back in just a second, it's Grandville senior tight end Gibby Connelly joining the program to help get us ready for kickoff.
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats. Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Game night is presented in part by Farmers Insurance, Bennett Center Agency, for all auto, home, specialty, life, and commercial insurance. See what a center can do for you.
Was founded based on the belief that the interests of our clients must always come first.
We listen and understand your objectives before making a recommendation.
We customize the portfolio of investments to fit your goals.
It is our commitment to provide a strong line of communication.
Our services include family wealth management, saving for retirement, and estate planning and trust services.
Getting started is as easy as picking up the phone. After all, when everything is said and done, isn't it about time?
No. All right, welcome back, everyone, to game night. And we now would like to welcome on Grandville's senior tight end, Gibby Connelly, as the Bulldogs prep for a big one this week against West Ottawa as they continue to look to march towards playoff berth this season. Gibby, welcome on the show, and how are you doing today?
Doing great. How's everyone going?
It's going great on our end. As I was just telling you off the air, so excited to be back on the call for a Grandville game this year, or this week, I should say, and now you guys come into this one, of course, coming off this Hudsonville loss, and we know how difficult the schedule is and kind of up and down. The 3 losses, the 3 wins, and then, this loss, a Hudsonville team that I think, to say safely, this is probably not going to be the last time that you guys see, your bordering rival this year. So, what do you think the team was able to learn, in that loss about where Hudsonville's at, where you guys are at, and kind of what level you're going to need to be able to play at?
Yeah, I think we learned a lot up front, like schematically, on how Hudsonville's defense plays against us and how much more aggressive they played with us than we did. And I think we weren't really that well prepared and like expected the way that they were going to play. And yeah, we learned how they attacked us. So I think we can adjust to that and learn how to like maneuver around that in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was something, watching from afar. Obviously, Hudsonville is looking like a team that's going to win this conference, and you guys are going to have a chance to take on them, take on, Rockford as well. You look at this season, and you look at what you guys have been able to achieve. But within that schedule, how difficult has it been, or what has the mindset been to be able to stay a little bit week to week and not focus on that record? Because, the record may even again right now show a team under 500, but we know that you guys as a team are so much better than that record. So kind of what has the mindset been to stay week to week? How difficult has it been to be able to stay week to week?
I mean, we've had our ups and downs, and we've struggled throughout week to week, but I think the mindset of that we're on a mission, and our mission is to get the playoffs and make a run. And I think that just brings us all together as a team, brings us together as a family. I mean, it really, like, just the words "on a mission" bring us all together, because that's what we've been talking about since this winter when we were doing morning workouts. It's the mindset. So that's what we've been doing. And even though we've had our ups and downs throughout the last few weeks, we know we're able to compete with all these teams because of the scores, and we know that we could probably pull these out in the next few weeks. But we just got to keep working as a team. No,
absolutely. I think that's a great point. And again, there has to be something that we talk about being on a mission too. The fact that you guys, look at the way the playoffs could align, and you guys are going to have a chance likely to be able to play everyone that you, for the most, except for Pickerington North, but you're going to be able to essentially likely play everyone that you have lost to, again. I think that adds to it and probably adds to the growth. And speaking of growth, kind of transitioning from that, you look at the pass game this year. I know you've had a couple of touchdowns now in a couple of straight weeks, and the pass game on the whole, I think we've seen a lot of good development in throughout the year. Tell us a little bit about kind of where you think things have improved and where things you think in the pass game have a chance to even get that much better in these closing weeks.
I think that, since we just have so many weapons on our offense, I think as we continue to work on them and continue to develop it in practice and just keep throwing new stuff in there, we can just continue to get better and better and just work together really well. I mean, our offensive line is working on pass blocking and working well with communicating so that all that stuff builds on each other, and it ultimately gets us a score. And it's really a different game this year when you can throw the ball, and everyone's been seeing that we can throw it this year.
Yeah, no, it for sure, and it's something that I think more and more teams are certainly talking about. Kind of that same question. When you look at your game this year, what were kind of some of the main things that coming into the year you were looking to develop more during your your senior season? Where do you think you've been able to improve, and where do you think there's even another level in your game as you head into the playoff run?
Well, from last year, areas I wanted to improve for sure was my pass game, because I didn't get that many touches last year, and I knew that in the off season I wanted to develop my hands. So during this whole off season, I was working out a lot with catching balls, and ultimately that's got me to catch a lot more balls this year and being one of our top receivers. So it's helped me get some yards and ultimately helped us win a few games.
Yeah, taking a step aside from this season and looking ahead, and the picture of you that you can't see, but the picture of you that we have on screen is from one of your photo shoot days when you're at Grand Valley. You're committed to be a Laker. Now, as you may know from these shows, I'm a Grand Valley alum myself, so really excited about where this team is this year and where it's going in the future. Tell us a little bit about that recruitment process, Coach Wooster coming in, and why you chose Grand Valley for the next level.
Oh, yeah. So I kind of started playing football pretty late, taking football seriously late. I started taking it seriously about my junior season was when I realized I could possibly go play college football. So I wasn't getting recruited much as a junior, and mostly into my senior year, I didn't get recruited until the summer. So they saw me at the Jenison camp really early, and they said that they liked me, but I just wasn't to where I needed to be. And my whole goal was to go play at Grand Valley because I love the atmosphere. I love that it's close to home, and it's almost like a D1 atmosphere, but it's just a great school. So that was my whole goal. So they saw me at a few other camps. They saw me down in Indy. They saw me. I went to their camp here, and then they ultimately they invited me back to a cookout where we did like a workout, and then they offered me after that. And I just knew that that's where I wanted to be. I mean, you can't beat the Lakers, man.
No, you definitely can't. And that program, even compared to, from when I graduated, they've built that whole new football facility too. Like you said, it's a D1 program that's operating in D2, and I think Coach Wooster is taking things even to another level, kind of building on that. And I guess maybe talk to that. So, Grand Valley in general, I think probably your favorite possibly to win the national championship this year in D2. But, how excited are you about where the future of this program is going to go in years coming as well? Because it seems like there's a physicality to this team. There's an attitude to this team. It feels like Grand Valley has some really, really exciting years ahead in these next couple of years that you're going to be you are going to have a chance to be a part of.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see where they can be and what they can do in the next few years as I become like a Laker. Because I know they touch on just being physically dominant and with the blocking schemes and in all aspects of the game, with just being physical and out-physicaling all the other teams. And you can see that in all aspects of their game. So that makes me pretty excited. And I'm excited to see what I can do as a player, to see how much bigger I can get, how much stronger I can get, and see how I can affect the game when I play there. So, yeah.
Yeah, kind of going off that physicality, how much, did the coaches mention, or did they like the fact that a lot of times you might get tight ends that you're recruiting that these are guys that are in more spread systems. They're at a high school level, they're probably the number one target. They're running routes on 70% of plays, or at least 60% of plays, versus you're coming from a system that if they're looking for a guy that can block, you're blocking 90% of the time anyway. So is that something that the staff mentioned, that they know that you're a player that kind of first and foremost has learned to be responsible blocking, and now you're going to be able to add the passing element on top of it?
Yeah, they touched on that a little bit. They've seen the way that I can maneuver at camps is what the big thing they told me. And they're just like, we've seen your film that you can block, and we understand that you come from a wing T offense, which is you're going to block 95% of the time. But since we've seen the way that you can move and be agile and catch the ball at our camps, they're like, we want you to do that for us here. And that's the main thing, what I'm going to do there.
Yeah, no, that's certainly great. And like I said, I'm very excited that you're going to get the chance to go to Grand Valley. Hopefully you've been able to rub that in, and we'll have a chance in a couple weeks to rub that into Coach Zenner as much as possible, especially when Grand Valley beats Ferris by 3 scores this year, as I think we're all certainly hoping is going to happen. This week, you guys have West Ottawa coming to Grandville. First, a back-to-back games here to close the regular season at home. Tell us a little bit about this West Ottawa team, what you guys are prepping for. I think obviously a solid defense, especially at the linebacker position that they bring. What do you think you guys are going to have to do well as an offensive unit to be able to consistently move the ball on them and be able to win this game?
And obviously our run game is the biggest thing for us. So I think we're going to, for at least for our offensive line coming off of that loss last week, we need to stay low. We need to be physical. We were out physical last week, and that's what we're touching on mostly this week, is staying low and being physical, because that's what ultimately is going to win us games, because you can't move the ball if you're not out physicaling the other team.
Yeah, and I guess just kind of, lastly, this is a West Ottawa team. You guys have put a couple wins up against recently. How important is it going to be, again, going into the playoffs, just to try to stack a win or two here, get that confidence, once again rolling down the stretch, because you guys have a chance to play at home, get things going again, get that confidence. So I'm sure it's something as a team you guys are looking forward to the opportunity to come back home now for these last couple games and try to stack a couple wins.
It's super important to us, especially as our community. We need to show up and get a few wins, get our energy moving into playoffs. I mean, we've been on the road a lot this year, which is ultimately hard for us, but I think if we get these last few wins, we can get some momentum, get the fans going, get us ready for the playoffs. But ultimately, I think that's going to help us get motivated, having our fans there, having our family, having our community there to support us.
All right, awesome. Gibby Connelly, Grandville's senior tight end, on his way to Grand Valley, of course, next year as well. He'll be ready to rock and roll here shortly as Grandville takes on West Ottawa here on game night. Gear up this season with the MGN Shop, featuring everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and outerwear, to water bottles, stickers, and other accessories that help show off your style and your support of Game Night, the Grandville Bulldogs, and more. To shop, click on the Shop Merch tab at the top of MichiganGameNight.com and browse nearly 50 items. And be sure to check in frequently as new items are added throughout the season. That's the MGN Shop through MichiganGameNight.com.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Rapid Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple: to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
The pulse of our community flows through all of us. Your blood donation keeps it strong. Schedule your donation at versity.org or call 866-MI-BLOOD. Together, we are a beacon of hope.
Uccello's Restaurante is where great food and sports come together. There's something for everyone, from a variety of handcrafted pizzas along with classic Italian dishes. With over 50-plus TVs in each location, you won't miss any action of the big game. Plus, they deliver. To check out their menu or order online, go to uccellos.com. Check us out to see why we're the #1 sports lounge in the area.
Rough. He'll turn, give, Terry, busting into the open field. There he goes. Jayden, Terry, Grandville with an answer and another Bulldog lead. Give the Skirmish fake. This in the backfield, evading a man, throws out of a tackle, incomplete. Zeros across the scoreboard. Harper Woods have won the state championship, their first in school history, in unbelievable, thrilling fashion. Fake handoff, guy up the middle, big hole, bursting over the 40 to the 45-50, angling right at the 40, 35-30, racing to the 25-20, outside the numbers, 10-5, touchdown, Muskegon, Mackay guy, 80 yards to the house. And welcome to Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, as we said at the open, finally back at Bulldogs Stadium tonight. CT 1-6 West Ottawa visiting a 3-4 Grandville team that is looking to, in all likelihood, get a fourth win that will be very critical and may actually be the kind of final point that gets them into the playoff run for this season. Coming off a tough loss against Hudsonville, but CT, some of the first things to look at, some breaking news injury-wise. We mentioned off the top, of course, Jay Weiss in for Grandville. Don't know if he's necessarily going to start, but we're going to see him get ramped up as this game goes along. So that, of course, is huge, great news for the Bulldogs on their side. Elijah Reynolds, Kayden Forbes, leading linebacker, leading running back, both next-level Division I type players, both out for West Ottawa tonight. So a huge gain for Grandville, getting Weiss, the anchor of their offensive line, back in. and both sides of the ball a big loss for West Ottawa with those injuries.
Yeah, no doubt. Things kind of trending opposite directions for these two teams. For the Bulldogs, get Jay Weiss back at his tackle position, kind of anchoring that offensive line. No doubt the running back's going to be thrilled to have him out there and be able to run behind him, get him back and kind of in game shape for these last couple weeks of the season for the Panthers. You mentioned it, losing a couple of their stars on both sides of the football. Forbes, a guy that can really be a game changer offensively at his running back position. Reynolds, a guy that plays tight end, also a really physical linebacker guy that's going to be playing at the next level. So no doubt going to hurt the Panthers to not have those guys out there.
As always, when we're here at Grandville, we thank everyone in the administration and so on and so forth for helping us get hooked up on the Huddle Cam to help bring some video coverage here this evening. Let's quickly run through the final point there with that late-breaking news, by the way, and Chandler's chalkboard is, of course, going to be off with Kayden Forbes out tonight, so some interesting things that maybe will be in the stead of that. Let's take a look at some of their points. Like we just mentioned, for Grandville, it's the power of 4. Win number 4 tonight with their schedule likely means Grandville's in the playoffs. On senior night, you're playing Caledonia. You certainly don't want that to be a really, really stressful situation. And going up against a 1-6 and injured West Ottawa team tonight, a good opportunity for Grandville to get that 4th needed win out of the way.
Yeah, no doubt. If they can get this one, they'll take it. A couple winnable games the remaining couple weeks of the season, but no doubt if you can get this one here, it takes a lot of the pressure off for next week, even though they feel like they've got a good chance against Caledonia as well.
And then this West Ottawa offense, especially with Forbes out, the RPO pass game, the option run game, Grandville's defense is going to have to be ready to react very quickly to Makai Campos and what this team brings to the table.
Yeah, they do still have some playmakers, even with those couple guys out, guys that are quick that they can get the football to. A lot of those quick hitting, some jet motion read type of offense, quarterback quick as well. So an offense that if you're not well prepared can score some points and get some big plays as well.
All right, we are ready for the Bulldogs here to find their way. First of a couple in a row at home to end the regular season for Grandville, looking for a big bounce back. Here come the Dogs as they try to get that playoff qualifier out of the way here tonight. If they can find a winner, especially then put themselves in position to finish the year above 500, given everything that's happened with some of the injuries, with some of the things that are coming together, this team very likely going to be in good position come playoff time. With that, we've got the national anthem on deck. We're going to step aside, be right back here from Bulldog Stadium for Grandville, West Ottawa. Don't go anywhere. This is Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
Jets has been making the best Detroit-style pizza on the planet for over 40 years. Because we've always been committed to quality, like hand-pressed dough, fresh mozzarella, and sauce made from Mama Jet's secret family recipe. All baked to perfection for the thickest golden crunch. So go ahead, build your own Detroit-style pizza or order one of our specialties, like the all-meaty or Jet 10. Jets, better because it has to be.
Looking to secure your property with a high-quality fence from a top-rated fencing company? With limitless options and quality fencing materials, Superior Fence and Rail is West Michigan's premier fence installation company. Veteran and locally owned, we're honored to support the West Michigan community and their sports programs. To learn more, visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com or give us a call. Superior Fence and Rail, protecting what matters.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Card, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12-count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or Snack Crackers, select varieties of Farmland Sliced Bacon, or Kool-Aid Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light Drink Mixes. Family Fair in your neighborhood.
Ready to go here at Bulldogs Stadium. That'll do it for our Center Agency pregame show. Nate Dreyer with Chandler Timmer has once again a big one for playoff positioning here for the Bulldogs and for West Ottawa. Dealing with some injuries here tonight for Coach Collins' team, looking for a little bit of an upset statement as they wrap up their 2024 campaign here this evening. The Family Fare tailgate special this week is fresh, all-natural honey-style ribs. Buy one, get one free. Visit shopfamilyfare.com for all the specials. Do you bleed orange or maroon? The Hope College versus Calvin University blood battle is the biggest off the field. As in partnership with Versiti Blood Center of Michigan, the school with the most blood donations will win in the first ever battle, is happening now, ending on November 6th, with a big on-campus blood drive at each school. Here's how you can show your support. 1, make an appointment to donate blood at your local Versiti donor center, and tell us whether you bleed orange or maroon by entering the promo code Knights or Dutchman in the online appointment notes, or donate on November 6th at the blood drive at your school. Blood donors at these drives will receive a special commemorative blood battle t-shirt while supplies last. All right, Chandler, for the Bulldogs, they will be getting to open with the football in this one, in a game for Grandville, especially with Elijah Reynolds out in the middle of this West Ottawa defense, looking to get the offense rolling. Just scored a couple touchdowns, both of which were long-distance scores. Didn't move the ball the way we're accustomed to them doing last week against Hudsonville. Really looking to get back on their normal game doing so.
Yeah, for sure. We're trying to kind of put that last week behind them. Of course, Hudsonville, an incredibly tough matchup, a really physical team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. It's important that they can kind of get off to a fast start here tonight, set the tone early in a game where they're expected to kind of control things.
All right. The Bulldogs send Miguel Rojas deep. West Ottawa will keep it away from him as Lucas Russ had a bit of difficulty with that one. Both teams are saying it potentially may be on the ground, and West Ottawa seems to be thinking they have it, and they do. A surprising start to this one. Lucas Russ had gotten on that football initially, slips away, and it will be the Grandville defense that has to start. Chandler, as West Ottawa will be able to steal a possession here to open the ball game.
Yeah, right away. West Ottawa taking a swing right there and a risk, and not really a full onside kick. It was more of that dribbler right up the middle, but fortunate bounce for the Panthers. Looked like the Bulldogs were able to jump on it initially, but the ball squeezing free underneath the pile, and the Panthers able to jump on it and get themselves tremendous field position to start the game.
Yeah, so with that, Makai Campos in this West Ottawa offense off the successful onside kick will get to start with the football, and they will start with a very different look than what we're normally used to seeing out of this four-wide offense, as it will be a full house pistol to begin here offensively. CJ Traylor, the deep back. This is a give onto the charging Caleb Montgomery to begin as he gets brought in just inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. A different look for sure out of West Ottawa. They were showing us some interesting things before the game, Chandler, in their warm-up for sure. And this one of them is, again, this is a team you normally see four wide out of the pistol, but a lot of a different look going to be coming, more of kind of an option pistol look with the absence of Kayden Forbes on offense.
Yeah, you now kind of have to expect just about anything. There's two ways things can go when you're missing some star players. You can either go extremely basic and try to keep things simple, or you can kind of play with nothing to lose and really try to mix things up and give a different look, and it kind of looks like that's what the Panthers are going with here early.
Once again, to either hip, it's Montgomery and Chris Bronkhorst, and then the deep back out of the pistol is CJ Traylor. Makai Campos is the sophomore quarterback. He is very fleet of foot. He'll get this one, give it to Bronkhorst this time. He gets wrapped up by Garrett Naraki, lost the football. Grandville says they have it stolen right back. We'll wait for the signal on this one. The Dawgs were quickly up over it. Naraki making the stop, but it looks like it's going to be staying here with West Ottawa on a 3rd down and short.
Bulldogs clearly recovered the ball. Just a matter of if Bronkhorst was down before the football came out.
So the knee was down. It will be 3rd down and a yard here for West Ottawa. A very sloppy start to this ball game for both sides. As Campos and this West Ottawa offense again will show us quite a different look here. 3rd and 1. They're up to the 20-yard line. They got the onside kick to open the ball game, and now they are looking to drive out of a full house pistol, kind of similar to what we saw a lot the last couple years being run over at Jenison with their former coaching staff, and they'll stick with it once again. Near side receiver is Connor Knapp. He put up 130 yards last week. Campos to pass, throws in the flat, caught by Traylor, tries to turn it. He'll be cut up short of the first down. Good job ranging into space by Graverson along with Keegan Kroll to make the stop. Even a loss of a yard, it's 4th down. West Ottawa's offense will go for it here. Grandville's defense, a chance after that really potentially disastrous start to kind of make it no harm, no foul.
Yeah, a couple of really nice plays on 2nd and 3rd down. Nice open field tackle by Kroll, just trying to swing it out to Traylor and pick up that yardage. He was open in the flat, but Kroll able to cover some ground, make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes gone here in this one from Bulldogs Stadium. Once again, back into the full house look. Jake Garrett's now will be the slot to the right for Campos. Traylor, he'll be an edge rusher on the other side of the ball. A very, very tough player. He is the back, number 7 behind. Montgomery charging run, 1st down West Ottawa, and he's down inside almost the 10-yard line before the tripping tackle was made, ranging the ball there by Naraki and company for the Bulldogs. So Montgomery with some speed, as we really haven't seen Traylor, the pistol back, getting the ball. It's been those quick hitting handoffs to either of the two side, the two backs that are sitting sidecar out of that full house pistol.
Montgomery's had a couple big runs now, both for 9 yards, kind of quick hit through the line of scrimmage. Easily had the conversion, able to get more just outside the 10-yard line, but Montgomery being successful on the ground here early on.
So again, a recovered squib kick for West Ottawa. Got them the football down around the red zone. They're able to move the chains in 4 downs, and Campos in this offense goes back to work. Mackay Campos threw for 226 yards for West Ottawa against Rockford a week ago. This is a give to Montgomery again. Slips the tackle of Moody and gets it up to nearly the 5-yard line. It'll be the 6 on the stop. And it will be a 2nd down coming up. The mark they need to reach, the line to gain, is the 1. So they can get a 1st down without getting the touchdown. It's 2nd down and 5 from the 6.
Bit of a delayed handoff there. Looked like more of a read that time. Have to remember Campos, still a very athletic quarterback, a guy that can also run the football. Haven't seen him here yet on this drive, but once you get to this part of the field, there's always a chance the quarterback could keep it on a look like that.
Knapp, Anaya, the 2 wide receivers. It's Anaya to the near side of the football field here. Again, Campos, the sophomore, will work out of the full house pistols. They've done all drive long. Give on to CJ Traylor, and he's got maroon jerseys all on him just inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 3rd down, as West Ottawa right now is taking a little bit of the traditional Grandville approach with this run game, trying to kill some clock and really grind the ball down the field. That certainly is going to be their approach out of this look this evening.
Yeah, I had a short field to begin with, but still almost taking 4 minutes off the clock and just down to the 5-yard line with a chance to score.
And again, that squib kick that started things, really flipping the math on this ball game. West Ottawa essentially will now get to start with the ball for both of the halves. So Grandville's offense is going to have to be that much more on it as the Panthers break. Hernandez, Corral, Rodriguez, Grassmanis, and Rivera across the front line here for the sophomore quarterback, Mackay Campos. Grandville brings 3 on the front line for defensive coordinator Casey Zenner on 3rd down. Campos will give this one on a Traylor. Stretching to the outside, gets wrapped up very well by Josh Crater back at the 5-yard line. It is going to be 4th down and 4 and decision time. Nice tackle there by Crater, ranging to that one.
Yeah, another really nice open field tackle. This time Crater, Traylor, a pretty strong runner, one of the bigger backs for this Panthers offense, brought down, and really nice tackle by Crater to make this a much more difficult decision here. If he gets a couple yards, the offense pretty much no matter what going to stay on the field, and kind of looks like that's going to be the decision either way, though.
Yeah, it will be. So 5-yard line, a 4th down and 4 here for the Panthers. They converted the last one to Montgomery. He is the back to the left of the quarterback here, staying out of the full house. Deep back now is Jake Garrett. Campos will look back to the sideline off the hard count. And with that, West Ottawa and Coach Collins will call a timeout. And they'll get a chance to think about it here and make a decision once again before they get ready to get things back underway on the 4th down play. New for 2024, Michigan Sports Radio has live coverage of Calvin University's inaugural football season. Catch the action next Saturday when the Knights travel to, or this Saturday, tomorrow, when the Knights travel to Adrian. Tune into the game starting at 3 o'clock on MichiganSportsRadio.com. And also, if you need a reliable and transparent contractor for your bathroom or kitchen remodel, check out Kobe Construction at KOBE Construction. Construction.gr.com. That's Kobe Construction.gr.com. Locally owned with precise, high-quality work and great reviews. Get your free estimate today with Kobe Construction. That's Kobe. 7:02 to go, and West Ottawa will break it out of the pistol on 4th down and 4 once again. Campos, their speedy sophomore quarterback, to run the option offense here. Bulldogs showing some pressure. That's Reed Graverson standing to the right side. Campos to throw. Graverson brings the pressure, and down he goes. The Bulldogs had pressure from all angles. It's Braylon Haney on the sack. And after the successful squib kick gets West Ottawa essentially red zone field position, the Bulldogs defense will be able to stand tall, and the Dogs take it over.
The goal line stand for the Bulldogs are just short of the goal line, but the Bulldogs able to get off the field. You mentioned Graverson. He came off the edge, forced Campos to step up into the pocket, right into the lap of Braylon Haney, who wrapped him up as the Panthers looking to pass the ball there on 4th down.
All right, 6:56, and here comes the tee. DJ Hardiman in the middle of Easton Sadinsky and Jayden Terry. Ethan Newville, the quarterback, straddles in. Matt Key will start the game at right tackle. We will be seeing some of Jay Weiss. Spin move, Jayden Terry drags his way over the 15 to the 16-yard line, a yard or two short of the first down. So Tank with a charging run to begin this ball game as he picks up 8 on his first touch.
Yeah, one thing that's remained consistent all season long for the Bulldogs, Tank Terry running strong, and he's continued to put up really big numbers. Touchdowns along with it, but right there, run kind of setting the tone on first down, able to pick up some nice yardage.
Look at the Grandville starting unit once again. Of course, Jay Weiss. It's Matt Key starting, but we are going to see Jay return to the lineup for the Bulldogs. They split Sadinsky, bring him in, fumble on the exchange. Newville tries to turn. That is one of the storylines, by the way. Cam Bruker is dealing with a little bit of an injury. Going back to last week against Hudsonville, there was maybe some concern about the quarterback-center exchange opportunities, and you see a fumble right there that now backs the Bulldogs to 3rd and 3 after that mistake between Bruker, the standout center this year for the Bulldogs, and Ethan Newville.
For sure, something to keep an eye on the rest of this game. If they can get that quarterback-center exchange, it has to be clean for this offense. Can't afford to lose yardage like that after a nice run on 2nd down. Now you got some pressure on 3rd.
Out of the tee on 3rd and 3. Quick turn. This is Jayden Terry. He's got the first down and then some. He drags that second level of the defense with him. And again, this is a second level of the defense that's going to look a lot different without Elijah Reynolds, because Reynolds is really the guy that makes everything happen typically for this team. They love to move him all around. They do move him all around the field all the time. They can rotate pretty deep, and they're going to have to go deep in this game to try to make up for him. Josiah Beal-Killar, one of the guys in on that stop that's going to be a part of that group. From the 22-yard line, Bulldogs working with some pace as Easton Sadinsky will charge his way for 5 or 6 on first down as Grandville's offense is finding a bit of a rhythm right now.
Nice run, first one of the night for Sadinsky. Done a bunch of runs with Terry to the right so far. This time Sadinsky going to the left. He also continues to put up a lot of yardage for these Bulldogs, both in the run game and in the pass game. One of the leading receivers for this team.
Newville back in from the sideline of the call. This will be a 2nd and 4 for Grandville. They've driven up to the 28-yard line. Squib kick, onside kick for West Ottawa. Got them possession off the start. Bulldogs able to make a stop down around the 5-yard line and look to keep it going on 2nd and 4. Newville will turn and give it on to Jayden Terry, who's charging for the first down by a couple of yards. Pretty good size holes right now that the Bulldogs are winning through that initial line right now.
You can see the offensive line just getting a lot of movement. Makes it easy to get through the first wave, and then you really put some pressure on the second level of the Panthers defense that, as you mentioned, missing their star linebacker to help clean things up.
I can see Jay Weiss, by the way, on Grandville's sideline. He's just kind of rocking back and forth. You know the big senior cannot wait to get back into this play for the first time since the first week of the season. A turn to give to Sadinsky, and he gets chopped up trying to drag over the left side by Jake Garrett. A gain of 2 or 3 on first down. It'll be 3 in a 2nd and 7 here for the Bulldogs. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Still no score in this one as both teams have taken some time off the clock on their initial drives.
Gibby Connelly committed to play Division II football at Grand Valley. Easton Sadinsky holds offers from various D3s and maybe
So 2nd and 7, Newville breaks him out. Once again, 2 tight end T will be the look for the Bulldogs. They split Sadinsky out once wide. That's the only mix from that. Jayden Terry on the stretch, cuts it up for the first down and more, and he runs hard to the 45, to the 46-yard line. Ty Hescott, the senior, on the stop for West Ottawa, but Jayden Terry doing some Jayden Terry things on that run.
Jayden Terry that time, nice vision to cut that one back up. Initially trying to stretch that one out to the right side and then able to see that alley open up in the middle of the field right around the hash mark, make the one cut, put the foot in the ground, and then pick up the first down.
And a look at a unit that's going to be rotating a lot. C.J. Traylor will have to step into a big role at outside linebacker and defensive end with that note in the middle. Elijah Reynolds out tonight for West Ottawa. And this unit that you even see on your screen has even been a little bit different than the unit that has played early on as they've been rotating some. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs. It's Braylon Haney in for the Bulldogs, and he gets tripped up after he's able to fall forward for only about a yard or so. So Grandville looking to keep everyone fresh. Sadinsky out for a play. Haney was in. Now Haney will go back to the sideline as Easton Sadinsky will be in against Grandville. So deep at this running back position. We haven't even seen a ton of Haney this year. You've got Gavin Love, of course, as an option there for the Bulldogs, and a group of other guys. I mean, Ray Graverson had played some linebacker going back to his sophomore year as well for the Bulldogs. Under 2.5 minutes to go to be a 2nd and 9 as the Bulldogs are able to chug a yard forward. A kind of sleepy and sloppy start to this ball game as the Dogs are looking to break through first here. A turn to pass from Newville. He'll tuck it, he'll run. Here goes the senior, and he's chopped up, spinning down to shy of the 45-yard line. He had some jets there as he turned the corner, but a good stopping tackle made. It'll be 3rd down and medium here for the Bulldogs as nothing was open downfield on that look for Ethan Newville. And a smart decision to not force something down the field.
Had plenty of time on the rollout to look down the field, but just didn't like it. The coverage pretty good from the Panthers on the back end there. Had a couple blockers out in front of him. Elected to tuck that one and get some nice yardage on 2nd.
3rd and 4. Bulldogs are into Panther territory for the first time in this ball game. Newville, quick hitting give to Jayden Terry, and he'll spin over the 40-yard line to the 38 before the second level of the defense led by Anaya able to make that stop. The sophomore soaking him up. That was the way that they ran him up the middle there, and almost kind of a trap-type concept. Seeing a 28, a Terry like that, looked a little bit more like a traditional Cam Terry run versus the off-tackle stuff Jayden's been doing the last 3 years.
Yeah, I think that adds another element to his game. A lot of teams going to expect that stretch run to the outside, but if they start being able to run him between the tackles, it gives a whole other element.
Defense shifts on the front line. This is the first run for DJ Hardiman, and the sophomore spins his way down just a yard short of the first down. Good run on that one from Hardiman, who was shaking his way into the open field. Initial contact. And at the bottom of the pile was Jake Garrett's on the stop. A team for West Ottawa, they ran kind of a 4-5-2 as their base defense when they've played Zeeland West the last couple years. And that tee, they changed things up, and you can see in this one we've had some of the 3-down linemen. They'll bring an extra guy. They've certainly been changing up that defensive front, trying to give the Bulldogs a little bit of a different look. We are already inside a minute to go in this first quarter. Still no score. Newville, fake delayed give, and eventually got it on to Sadinsky, who's going to be cut up a yard short of the first down marker. 35 seconds and less to go. Garrettson on the stop. And the Bulldogs will have to convert this one on 3rd down. We'll see if they try to run one more play before the end of the half or end of the quarter here. They have the option to, and it looks like they will take the option to run the play and break it. Hardiman in the middle, Jayden Terry, Easton Sadinsky here. Gibby Connelly, who joined us this week on the program, to the right-hand side at tight end. Terry follows blockers, has the first down, and moves it inside the 25-yard line. A grinding drive out of the Bulldogs right now in this one, and a grinding drive that is going to take us to the end of the first quarter as well. We're going to step aside, be right back here from Grandville. No score after one, but the Bulldogs inside the 25-yard line.
Looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to Grandville. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer here on Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio. And the following companies are hiring in your area: Industrial Innovations, ProStamp, and Enterprise Tool & Die. To see all the companies that are hiring, check out the standings page on MichiganSportsRadio.com's website. And on that standings page is brought to you by the Precision Metal Forming Association. 24-yard line, a grinder to start this one, Chandler. Not quite what we expected.
No, not at all. Right from the opening kick, the Panthers able to steal a possession. Defense for the Bulldogs gets a stop. Now the offense has been on the field for a while, continuing to move the chains, but haven't been able to break that big play yet.
This is a 2018 Grandville-looking offense right now, the way they've grounded down the field. Loaded up front line and a stretch here going outside to Easton Sadinsky. He's got the 10-yard line and gets cut up on his way out by Hescott. That will be a chain mover, though, as Sadinsky is able to stretch it to the outside and get the Bulldogs essentially the same position the Panthers were on their last drive, just outside that 10-yard line.
Yeah, and right on cue, the biggest play of the night so far for the Bulldogs. 13 yards, Sadinsky just able to get around the outside, the contain for the Panthers. Not there, then it's just a foot race. Sadinsky able to get just outside the 10.
All right, Bulldogs will break it here. It'll be Haney coming in to play fullback right here for the Dogs. This is Jayden Terry charging, and he'll be a yard short of the end zone as he had that dive and push to find his way close before Ruben Esparza made the tackle down at the 2. So second down and a yard from the 2-yard line here for the Bulldogs, who are set to punch it in. And if they do give it to 28 and he does punch it in, that'll be touchdown number 20 on the season for the reigning All-State and will be, again, All-State running back. Again, Haney in for Hardiman, Sadinsky, and Jayden Terry. Newville will turn and gives it to Terry, and standing up, he's into the end zone. And the Bulldogs strike first on TD number 20 on the year for Tank.
Really nice drive from the Bulldogs. Took a bunch of time off the clock, but just able to work their way down the field. Pretty stress-free situations, didn't have to convert too many. Just had to work their way down. Pretty traditional T drive right there. Able to eventually punch it in from 2 yards out with Jayden Terry.
So like I said, 20 touchdowns, and Jayden Terry gets close to the 1,200-yard mark on the season as well on that drive. He's been running well, had the big touchdown a week ago, but it's everyone else in this offense too, Chandler, that I think the Bulldogs are certainly going to be looking to get going. Dogs will go for 2. Again, Braylon Haney will spell DJ Hardiman here. And this is Terry running into the back of his line and spinning his way on the second effort into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. A tough one from Terry there. He's able to get all 8 points for the Bulldogs, and Grandville has struck first. 8-0 with 10:58 to go in the first half. We're going to step aside, be right back here on Game Night.
To everyone out there who loves Culver's,
the feeling is mutual.
Everything's made fresh.
Everything.
It's our pleasure.
This is me and my happy place.
I wouldn't trade our Culver's for any other restaurant.
Culver's.
Yay! We love our guests.
Love.
As much as our guests love us.
This is me and my happy place.
from Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about a career in metal manufacturing? Today, careers in robotics, product development, engineering, and IT are just some of the few of the outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your hands.
All right, back underway. Jake Carradine going to try to get the possession back for the Bulldogs in his own right. Caleb Montgomery was on that one as Coach Stiegel decided to go a little bit eye for eye. But the hands team very nicely able to secure that one. Hescott was, I think, the one actually that kind of wound up getting bottled down to the bottom of the pile on the football. So midfield starting position here for West Ottawa. They got to start the first drive at inside the 25. They get to start this one at their own 49. So, again, good field position here for Coach Collins' team as Grandville tried to steal a possession right on back.
Yeah, I can't ask for much more as an offense. Field position-wise, the first possession able to drive, stalled out at the 5-yard line. This one just short of midfield, but the offense, once again, in a pretty good position here to try to get some points on the board.
Interestingly, a bit of an adjustment you can see here to Grandville's defense, the way they align things. Just one high safety in Crater getting ready to watch this offense that now will come out with an empty look in the backfield. Tight end off the far side. Campos throws into the flat. This is Anaya, the sophomore, with some room to go off the screen. He's got the first down to the 35-yard line before he got cut up there. That's been one part of this Grandville defense. The screen game is something that they certainly have been susceptible to from time to time as Cadwell makes that stop at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it has some of those quick passes, whether it's the quick screen to the outside there just to throw to the wide receiver behind the line of scrimmage, or some halfback screens in there as well. It's just something that the Bulldogs defense has struggled with at times, and trying to get across the field and get those screen passes down to the ground.
All right, same look here again. Empty backfield, 4 wide set with a tight end. That's Garrett's to the left-hand side of the line. Bulldogs will show some pressure from Reed Graverson. Again, it's a screen to Anaya. He's able to shake free inside the 30-yard line before a host of Bulldogs, led by Kubzak, brought him down. Gain of 6 or 7 on first down, even though it looks like the Bulldogs kind of had that well set up. Anaya, the speedster sophomore, is a really good baseball pitcher, I think, as well. Good all-around athlete, able to make a good play right there for 7 yards on first down. As West Ottawa is showing you everything. Full house pistol option, and then a little bit of a spread, speed, and space type screen offense out of a 5-wide look the next time out.
Yeah, exact same play call back-to-back. And as you mentioned, the Bulldogs defense had 3 defenders right there. Could have been a stop right at the line. Not able to slip a couple tackles, though, and make that a nice gain.
Very notably, Grandville has got Easton Sadinsky playing corner on the near side right here as he's starting to get some snaps on this side of the ball. This is a throw to Knapp, intercepted by Rojas, and he's got a convoy down the far sideline. Campos is cut off. There goes Rojas. Touchdown, Grandville, pick 6. A penalty marker is down back at the 20. We'll see if it's coming back, but Rojas takes it to the house. We'll wait for the laundry.
Panthers trying to throw the quick out to that side, and the throw up and behind the receiver gets deflected by the receiver, and then right into the hands of the Bulldogs. I think this one might be coming back on the block. Yeah, the only defender back to try to make a play there was Campos, and I believe he got held as he was trying to make a play on the ball. So the interception is going to stand, the touchdown going to be off the board.
So the electric play there for Rojas does come back as they were looking Connor Knapp's way for the first time, who was targeted a lot a week ago. He had 8 catches for 130 yards against Rockford. Regardless, plus field position for Grandville. They weren't able to steal a possession back via the special teams. They do steal a possession back with their defense as Miguel Rojas comes up with the interception there for the Bulldogs, and a good one at that. 9:11 to go in the second quarter. And the Dogs will break it out. DJ Hardiman back in the formation here out of the tee for Coach Stegel. 3-down lineman, standing edge rusher coming. Quick handoff on to Hardiman, and the fullback turns his way for 3 on first down. Some late contact at the end of that play as well as Jayden Terry, I think, that got taken down in a little bit of a wrestling move at the end of the play.
Yeah, the Bulldogs offense finds himself back on the field now. Really good field position for them. Defense making a big play, able to flip the field, and after a slow start to this game, the offense a chance to try to gain a 2-score lead.
2nd and 7, 27-yard line. Right now, Matt Key remains in. Jay Weiss still on the sideline, but he is active tonight for the Bulldogs. The senior looks to return to the lineup here for the Dogs. Jayden Terry charging, spinning run will get him up 2 yards short of the first down as he was chopping his way on ahead the whole way right there. Charlie Carrier, the senior defensive end, one of those standing over top of him at the end of the play. Carrier, a guy along with a player like Traylor that has to step into a lot bigger role without Elijah Reynolds, who they move again, middle linebacker, outside backer, all over the field. A Division I Power 4 type prospect, Reynolds. I think he visited Illinois last weekend for their game, so he certainly is a terrific player in the middle of this defense that's going to be sorely missed for the rest of the season. You also have, of course, on the other side of the ball, Kayden Forbes, who's one of the best running backs in the state of Michigan, is out right now, and Sadinsky gets cut up in the backfield. That is Carrier making the stop. And Grandville's going to have to go for it on 4th down here.
That carry almost immediately in the backfield. Looks like he was untouched on the right side of the offensive line, able to break through and then wrap up Sadinsky by the legs from behind and make this now a 4th down.
It will be 4th and 3 with 7.5 minutes to go. 8-0, the Bulldog lead. The touchdown and the 2-point conversion from Jayden Terry, his 20th touchdown of the season. Bulldogs look to keep this drive going. Braylon Haney, the Bulldog hammer linebacker, has checked in once again at fullback. Grandville goes to the hard count. They'll get a free first down. Big work there by the Bulldog quarterback Newville on the count, and a fresh set of free downs here for the Bulldogs.
Big right there for the Bulldogs, able to bail themselves out a little bit after the third down play. Goes for no gain to get the defense sleeping a little bit there, jumping off sides. Free first down to try to avoid that attempt at a fourth down conversion.
.7:03 to go. This is a pretty big front line, I will say, for West Ottawa. They got some size up there, really, on both sides of the football. A couple of 260, 270, even 280 and more pounders up front. Newville able to find Hardiman, the sophomore, charging into the second level of the defense, and he'll have it up for first and goal here for the Bulldogs. Good charging run right there before Beal Killar was able to knock him down inside the 10-yard line.
Really strong run right up the middle of the field between the hashes for Hardiman. Kind of one of the overshadowed guys in the backfield, but a guy that still runs extremely hard. This can be that type of a pounding fullback in the backfield, in the middle of the field, right there running through some linebackers to the extra yardage, getting the first down.
First and goal, 8-yard line here for the Bulldogs. Four down lineman this time. Jayden Terry stretches to the 5, and he's got it out to the 4-yard line where he got the escort from Ruben Esparza. Second down and goal. There is a penalty, though, and a marker down, and it looks like that we'll be bringing this one back here, the hold on the edge that was able to spring Jayden free.
Yeah, penalty pre-snap there on the Bulldogs, backing them up.
Or not.
5 yards.
It's legal formation on the Bulldogs. You know, folks, I should have learned a long time ago to just not talk. If I don't see the flag and I just see Chandler making a motion, I'm calling the play. Don't speculate, because I don't know what I'm talking about ever. Everyone out there knows that. Probably shouldn't admit it. Ethan Newville turns. Give here to Jayden Terry. He'll cut it to the outside. Terry's got the 5, racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Grandville. Jayden Terry, second of the night, and the Bulldogs extend the advantage.
Look at the penalty yardage all back right there on one run. Pretty simple, run the stretch run with Terry to the wide side of the field and let him just outrun the entire defense to the front corner of the end zone. Terry's second touchdown, this one from 13 yards out.
So that's number 21 on the season for Tank, as he once again will be an all-state line or running back, as we were mentioning a moment ago this season. He's a reigning MGN West Michigan Player of the Year, and I think, especially if he puts up a couple big games the last couple weeks of the year, I think he will win that award again, being that we're the panel. 5:39 to go, and the Bulldogs will break out of a kind of split formation right here, as Coach Stiegel did not like the way that things were aligning out of that kind of wing tee type formation, offset flex bone for the Bulldogs, and with 5:39 to go, they will get a chance to talk about this one a little bit right here before they run the 2-point conversion play again. Uccello's Ristorante has a restaurant near you. Go where great food and sports come together. Check them out online at uccellos.com. Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For real, buys and sells as is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today at 616-816-2028 or forrealhq.com. Okay, Bulldogs will break it out right here with 5:39 to go. Let's see if they again will use this offset broken formation. They will do just that. Kind of a bit of a modified flexbone fumble, and it'll be Newville looking to make something happen out of it. Thrown over the head of Gibby Connelly. Some contact from Anaya at the end of it as well. 2-point conversion, not good, but the Bulldogs secure a 14-0 lead with 5.5 to go in the first half. We're going to step aside, be right back here from Grandville.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
You order groceries groceries, schedule appointments, and rides online. So why not house cleaning? Sweep is West Michigan's go-to residential cleaning service. Order cleanings in minutes by selecting the rooms and services you need on the Sweep app. Pricing is transparent, scheduling is flexible, and we're fully bonded and insured. Visit sweepllc.com to download the Sweep app or book online. First-time users use promo code FIRSTORDER to get 10% off. sweepllc.com. A cleaning in a sweep.
All right, fair caught by one of the Panther up men on, I think it was Barry on the kick to begin as we're back underway here midway through the second quarter. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, 5:39 to go. Grandville's defense got to stop deep in their own territory. They got a pick on the drive that followed, again in their own territory, and they have a 2-score lead because of it. We will see what the Panthers will try this drive, and it looks like they're going to start by trying the pistol full house approach once again, which I think was probably their most successful of their offensive looks in a lot of ways here. Trying to grind it, of course, with Kayden Forbes, their kind of all-state type level, definitely all-conference running back out charging run here over the 35-yard line from Ruben Esparza, who's a very choppy back and speedy back through the hole, and he gets a good 6 on first down before Kroll makes the stop for the Bulldogs.
Even with Forbes out, still a decent amount of playmakers for this Panthers offense. Some speedy guys, some power guys that have all been lined up in the backfield and kind of been seeing the ball early on in this one. Esparza, another guy getting his first touch here.
Back to the full house look again. Again, they've shown us 2 formations, an empty backfield and a spread look, and then this, the full house pistol option offense, 2nd and 4. Makai Campos, the sophomore quarterback, threw for a little over 220 yards last week against Rockford. He'll throw it here on 2nd down, left side, and that's incomplete. And making a break on a ball, that was nearly a chance for Easton Sadinsky to come up with an interception. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Really well covered by the Bulldogs there. Really nowhere for Campos to try to put the ball. Looked like he maybe was thinking back shoulder pass along the sideline, but the receiver not on the same page. If he'd put the ball anywhere else, likely getting picked off. There's multiple Bulldogs in zone coverage right on that side of the field.
It's interesting to see, again, Sadinsky back to playing corner again this week here for the first time we've seen the Bulldogs live in a couple weeks, but Sadinsky out at corner. It's 3rd and 4, and back to the full house pistol for Campos in the offense here. Bulldogs showing a lot of pressure on that front line right here. And they'll bring the heat. Montgomery in the backfield. Down he goes. Cadwell, the leveling blow. 4th and long, as there were maroon uniforms everywhere in the backfield that time.
Really nice play again from the Bulldogs on 3rd down. Tackle for loss in the backfield. Now a decision for the Panthers once again as they go backwards on 3rd down on their own side of the field.
It will be 4th and 5. They trail with 4.5 minutes to go in the first half by 2 scores. Here comes Campos. He does do some punting from short formation, so they are willing to pooch punt with Campos from time to time. We'll see if they do it here. They are going to go back to the pistol. Naya, near side receiver. Far side receivers, Connor Knapp on 4th and 5. Bulldogs defense looking for another stop here. Campos give on to the charging Montgomery. He's short of the first down. Bulldogs defense, another stop. This is just what the doctor ordered for Coach Zenner's group, is after a struggle right last week against Hudsonville, maybe one of the best offensive teams that all around in the area. They're able to see a West Ottawa team that's thrown them a lot of different looks, but so far they have been able to respond every time, even in short fields a couple times.
Yeah, you can tell the confidence growing a little bit for the Bulldogs with each possession. Right away, put under some pressure, able to get a stop near the goal line. And the last possession, forcing a turnover after giving up some yardage this time, able to get a 4-and-out right away without giving up the yardage.
All right, they get to start inside the 40-yard line, just under 4 minutes to go. Hardiman right up the middle, reverses field, and tried to fight for a couple more. He got back to the line of scrimmage and no further on that run from DJ. I think the decision to turn back wound up not working out for the sophomore, but I love the way he runs, and we've seen it throughout the year a couple times. I mean, he runs hard. It's a different look out of fullback than what Grandville's had really for the last 4 or 5 seasons, and even going back to Cam Terry, so maybe even more years where they've had more of a speed fullback, kind of similar to like what Zealand West has. This is much more of a powerful look when Hardiman's in. 2nd and 10, 38-yard line again. Defense shifting and showing pressure for the Panthers again. This is Jayden Terry, follows blockers, cuts it back, and he's able to find the 35-yard line, and he'll have nothing more after that as he was brought down by Alexander Carrier.
Yeah, no doubt Hardiman brings that physical style running to this backfield. When you've got guys like Terry and Sadinsky on either side of them that can be the speed receiving backs, it's nice to have that physical element back there.
3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs as that clock has ticked inside 2:45 now to go. Newville, this is a stretch to Sadinsky, and he is unable to turn the corner. It'll be 4th down. Once again, great job that time by Caleb Morley, the 250-pound defensive tackle, able to swing to the stop. 4th and medium, 4th and 5 will be the mark here for the Bulldogs. Let's see what Coach Stiegel has drawn up as his offense is looking to avoid being stopped for the first time in the ballgame.
And you have to credit West Ottawa's defense, too, for the most part have limited the amount of big plays, forced the Bulldogs to have to drive the length of the field. Of course, Bulldogs benefited from flipping the field on the interception that they scored on previously, but when the Bulldogs have had the full length of the field, the Panthers have been able to make some stops.
Especially see big number 72, Garrett Corral, on the inside of that defense, the near side, I should say, that defense, playing defensive end. Newville looking to the sideline with 4 and less, as it looks like Coach Stiegel is going to wind up having to burn a timeout. And I wasn't sure if the timeout got in or if they were taking a delay of game penalty, but the timeout gets called with 1:49 here to go in the half for the Bulldogs. Thanks as always to Centennial Securities, along with the Bennett Sinner Farmers Insurance Agency, presenting game night this year here on MGN. We'll welcome you inside the booth at Bulldog Stadium. So glad here to be back again. It was such a weird schedule for us this year, just doing a couple of Bulldogs games on either end of the schedule. And, of course, our weekly podcast content with the Bulldogs CT. But a weird ball game. Certainly not what we expected in terms of game script in this one.
No, not whatsoever. The Bulldogs right away kind of getting caught off guard with that kick and then able to get the goal line stop from the defense. But things have been kind of slow moving for the most part. Hasn't been many explosive plays for the offense. The defense has able to get a turnover, also been able to get off the field on 4th down. But for the most part, just kind of a different feeling to this game, even though the Bulldogs find themselves up a couple scores with a chance to add on.
Dogs do have a 4th and 5 right here with 1:49 to go. And they will go for it out of the straight tee. Once again, Newville trying to get that free first down like they were able to get last time they faced a 4th down situation. From the 33-yard line, Newville, Jayden Terry. Tank has got the first down inside the 25-yard line. Need 5 yards. I think 28 is a pretty good way to look right now, the way he's running this ball game. Couple touchdowns already, and Jayden picks up the first down as we tick inside 1:40, and the Bulldogs are going to work with some pace right here. This has been an effective look for this offense at points throughout the season. This is a stretch again to Jayden Terry. Good blocking setup inside the 15. Spins down inside the 10. And he'll push the pile all the way to nearly the 5-yard line. Good run from Terry. 1:24 to go. Let's see if they stick with the tempo. They will. Braylon Haney remains in at fullback here for the Bulldogs. They'll work quickly again. Inside 1:20 to go. Now a 1st and goal. Again, Jayden Terry, this time up the middle, chops his way down inside the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal now from the 2. 1:04 and less. Bulldogs have 1 timeout remaining. Let's see what kind of pace they work. They, again, are going to go no huddle as they've got this whole drive scripted and ready to go here coming out of their timeout, working with the pace. Newville fumble again. Evasive throw out the back of the end zone. That was Hescott. That was really the only one that had a chance at the ball. And Newville was a little bit slow back to his feet as Jake Garrett's laid him out at the end of the play. Clock stops, 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Another problem. I think that's the 3rd one I've counted, quarterback-center exchange in this ballgame.
Yeah, another broken play because of that trouble with the exchange on the snap. Newville just trying to get the football. Luckily, able to gather possession enough and still flip that one through the back of the end zone. Gibby Connelly was there, but it was clearly not really intended for him. It was just thrown out of bounds to try to save the field position and the clock.
3rd and goal, 3-yard line. Again, it's going to be Haney aligning in the middle of Jayden Terry and Easton Sadinsky in the backfield. Newville, Jayden Terry, 3rd of the game, touchdown. Grandville spinning and standing up into the end zone. And Tank having a day, and the Bulldogs lead it 20-0.
Yeah, once again, the Bulldogs offense getting really good field position, capitalizing off of it. able to drive, use the clock effectively, take it down to 44 seconds remaining in the half, and eventually score. I think Jayden Terry, another really effective night. Normally very effective, but when he's running up tempo as well, they have to imagine the defense is even more nervous of what's going on, and then they get 3 straight carries in a short amount of time.
What a statement. Jayden Terry, normally very effective. Chandler Timmer. That one will be up here from Karanen, and the Bulldogs seniors able to nail the extra point. 21-0 Grandville, 44 seconds to go in the half. We're going to step aside, be right back here from Bulldog Stadium.
Was founded based on the belief that the interests of our clients must always come first.
We listen and understand your objectives before making a recommendation.
We customize the portfolio of investments to fit your goals.
It is our commitment to provide a strong line of communication.
Our services include family wealth management, saving for retirement, and estate planning and trust services.
Getting started is as easy as picking up the phone. After all, when everything is said and done, isn't it about time?
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats? Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Game night is presented in part by Farmers Insurance, Bennett Center Agency, for all auto, home, specialty, life, and commercial insurance. See what a center can do for you. All right, Ferguson Montgomery back as Jake Karanen will angle this one towards the sideline. It's fumbled along that sideline by one of the Panther upmen. I think it was Garrett's potentially that made that first contact on the football, as the Bulldogs defense now, who are 3 for 3 in this game and have certainly put up some good efforts, will now find their way onto the field. Part of the unit coming out, I see Ethan Newville is about to play some defense to end this first half as Grandville looks to complete a first half shutout.
Yeah, the Panthers return unit had let that ball bounce out of bounds. They'd have really good field position once again to start this drive, to try to make something happen here with 2 timeouts, but instead grabbing the football, now having to start from the 20.
So Panthers this time will return every other drive, so this will be the empty backfield drive for Makai Campos, as they've gone to a couple different looks in the ball game. It's snap in motion. Campos will throw to the near side. Garrett gets blown up by Keegan Kroll immediately on the grab. Gain of 5, 33 seconds and less. The Panthers do have 2 timeouts remaining, and they will choose to use one as they get it up to the 26-yard line right here, and will momentarily settle down the football game. 21-0 Grandville. A score that you probably wouldn't necessarily be surprised to see at the half, but the way we've gotten there, as we were just mentioning, Chandler, definitely is not quite what we expected. For one, Grandville defense a couple of times faced with short fields, coming up with really good stops, but the Grandville offense has been grinding. It's not been a week ago. Grandville was very quick strike in nature on offense, and I think it's partially when you look at the play calling. Grandville's trying to grind this game and get back to basics a little bit, not show off too much, but it very much feels like a 2018-2019 Grandville game right now. It does not feel like the Jayden Terry era of Grandville high-flying, back-and-forth scoring football in this one. It's a much more controlled, traditional power T game.
It really is. We've seen the Bulldogs this season be able to break off some really big plays when they want it, and I think they still can. You wonder how much of this is by design, as you kind of hinted at there, that they know they've got likely some playoff football coming up if they're able to win here or win next week, and that's kind of the style of game that's going to be needed in order to win a playoff game.
And again, Jay Weiss is healthy tonight, but so far has not been seen on the field. Campos throws to Anaya, sophomore to sophomore near side. Annabelle Anaya has got the first down just shy of the 35-yard line. Clock stops to a 23. As, again, it's this empty look for West Ottawa on this drive, trying to spread out this Grandville defense a little bit. 23 seconds on the clock. Fake throw on the screen. Now Campos nearly throws another interception as he quickly got that one away, but he threw it right to Braylon Haney, who along the sideline just couldn't quite hang on to it. Clock stops with 19 seconds. A 2nd and 10 here for the Panthers up to the 34-yard line.
Pretty much every time they've been out of that empty backfield formation with the trips to one side, they've thrown that screen pass to Anaya. That time they were trying to set up the fake screen with a go route from one of the other receivers down the sideline there. Bulldogs, though, had it covered. Campbell was just trying to escape and throw that ball away, and still almost threw an interception as Haney got his hands on it.
Campos, 5'11", sophomore. Saw him last year as a freshman on the varsity basketball team for the Panthers. Really talented player. I think he did really well in the game at West Ottawa, I think, against Grandville. I think he went off in the game that went to overtime as well. So he played well on the hardwood last year and has shown the flashes on the gridiron this fall as well. Here's Campos on the roll. 15 seconds on the clock. He was going to think about chucking one down the field. He really didn't have anyone down there outside of all the way across the field. CJ Traylor gets out of bounds with 10 seconds remaining on the clock.
Campos rolling out to the left, but pretty much all the routes down the field were on the right side and would have required him throwing all the way back across his body to even try to launch one up there. Thought better of it, electing to tuck it there and have another look at it here on third down as they try to take a vertical shot down the field.
Again tonight, Kayden Forbes, their standout running back, 4-year standout running back, is out, along with Elijah Reynolds, who along with being their leading linebacker, plays a lot at the tight end as well. So a couple of really big pieces lost on offense for Coach Collins this evening for the 1-6 Panthers. So they've been going to a lot of different looks that we really have not seen out of West Ottawa all year long. 10 seconds on the clock, and the Panthers, out of some confusion, are going to be forced to burn a timeout right here. They were trying to set things up, and they had a little bit of a different look, including the speedy junior Ronnie Ferguson trying to get maybe into a bit of a split backfield opportunity, but instead, final timeout of the half, 10 seconds on the clock. But the one thing to kind of mention, Chandler, when you think about the way that they're operating right now to some extent, is when you have these looks you haven't used all year long, you probably don't have a very deep playbook if you only have a week to be able to install it. And we've kind of seen that where they've gone, like you said, when they've gone the spread look, they've run that screen play 5 or 6 out of like 7 total plays they've run.
Yeah, I think so. I think, no doubt credit to them for trying some different stuff to try to keep the Bulldogs defense off balance a little bit and try to utilize some of that screen pass that the Bulldogs have struggled with. But, yeah, that's the difficulty of kind of implementing new things as the season goes along, and it's something that maybe isn't in your base offense is how many play calls off of that formation do you have? That's kind of something the Bulldogs will have to figure out, but you see some difficulty right there in the communication of setting up that other formation, multiple guys moving all over the place, and had to burn a timeout.
This time, 2-by-2 formation, empty backfield. Campos will step up and fire that one to the 40, and it's hauled in. No, out of bounds, unable to hang on to that ball was Ronnie Ferguson along the sideline as he took a shot. 4 seconds on the clock, 4th and 5. And I think Ferguson was able to hang on to the football, but he just had the feet out of bounds, unable to survive with that one going out. So good grab made by the junior, but unable to keep it in bounds. And 4 seconds and one last chance to throw it up here for Campos in the offense.
Very interesting because we don't have that a lot. Saditsky and Newville out as corners right now.
They'll put trips to the right-hand side. Again, empty backfield. Knapp will go in motion. They'll pitch it to him. Double pass. Connor Knapp. He played some quarterback in his pass. He'll chuck it deep down the field, and it is nearly intercepted by Ethan Newville, who wanted to come up with that pick before the half, just unable to do so. And that does get us to the end of the first half. And an interesting one at that. 3 touchdowns for Jayden Terry. And a Grandville defense, though, that is leading the storylines a little bit right now. The interception for Rojas and a first-half shutout. A Grandville defense that needed some momentum getting it right now.
Yeah, definitely. A big first half for this defense, trying to gain some confidence and able to do so in some tough situations, especially early on in a short field, getting a stop, getting an interception, flipping the field, doing a really nice job, and then holding up there against the clock in the final couple seconds, able to get off the field once again.
All right, 21-0 Grandville at the break over West Ottawa. This is the Centennial Securities halftime show. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back here on Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio as the Bulldogs look to get their 4th win of the year and in all likelihood lock up their place in the postseason with a couple weeks still to go.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Card, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12-count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or snack crackers, select varieties of Farmland sliced bacon, or Kool-Aid, Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light drink mixes. Family Fair in your neighborhood.
The pulse of our community flows through all of us. Your blood donation keeps it strong. Schedule your donation at versity.org or call 866-MI-BLOOD. Together, we are a beacon of hope.
Are you having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. Hi, everybody. My name is Brock Conkle with Michigan Sports Radio, and I'm being joined by Ashley Miner. She's a regional manager of Varsity, and we got a new event coming up between Calvin and Hope. What can you tell me about it?
We are so excited to announce the very first blood battle with Calvin University and Hope College. The big game on November 9 will announce the winner, and any donations from October 1 through November 6 will count towards this awesome life-saving battle.
So there's not only a battle on the field. This will be the first time that Calvin and Hope ever face each other on the gridiron. They've been battling on the basketball court for years, but a blood battle to go along with it. I think it's a great thing. How do people go about donating, and how do they get their donation to count towards the battle?
All students, alumni, and fans are encouraged to show their school spirit and donate blood at any donation center through Varsity anytime October 1 through November 6. We're in Michigan. We have 10 donor centers across the state, and we also have donor centers in Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, and Wisconsin. So anywhere your fans live, you can show up at a donor center October 1 through November 6. And then we have blood drives on campus at both Hope and Calvin on November 6th. And we will be able to, like I said, announce the winner on November 9. Just to make sure everyone's donations count, you must schedule an appointment and you must include your school mascot in the notes in your appointment. So whether you're rooting for the Knights or you're rooting for the Dutchmen, one of those codes needs to be input to make sure that your donation is counted. So Knights for Calvin and Dutchmen for Hope.
All right, make sure you get that information out just so you can keep score. Hey, this is very important. Varsity Blood Center Michigan is a local blood provider, and they supply blood for many hospitals across the state. A donation with them directly impacts lives of local patients. What are some of the other things that are important that Varsity does throughout the state of Michigan?
Well, Varsity Blood Center, like you mentioned, is the primary blood provider to the majority of the state of Michigan. We are best in patient care, and we make sure that our patients have the blood that they need when they need it. Approximately 29,000 units of red cells are needed in the United States every single day, so we take our mission very seriously to make sure patient lives are cared for in our communities.
All right, make sure you get out, give blood, and when you go and give blood, make sure you put down whether you're a Knight or a Dutchman. There will be information on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. We'll have a big flyer there that has all the information. It will take you right to Varsity where they have all the blood centers available. Great opportunity for the community. Ashley, thanks a lot for helping to put this together.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the field.
All right, can't wait to announce a winner. That'll be announced at the game as the Flying Dutchmen take on the Knights at Calvin in the first ever battle on the gridiron. That game will be on Saturday, November 9th.
We are Centennial Securities,
an independent firm with a team of committed professionals
who strive to exceed our clients' expectations by giving outstanding service.
We're proud to be part of our community where we live and work.
Gear up this season with the MGN Shop, featuring everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats and outerwear, to water bottles, stickers, and other accessories that help show off your style and your support of Game Night, the Grandville Bulldogs, and more. To shop, click on the Shop Merch tab at the top of MichiganGameNight.com and browse nearly 50 items. And be sure to check in frequently as new items are added throughout the season. That's the MGN Shop through MichiganGameNight.com.
Upgrade to Music Jams Premium to get uninterrupted listening on all your favorite tunes. Click here to start your 7-day free trial.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. Which is why with Farmers, you don't have to compromise quality to get great savings on your insurance. I got this.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Game Night is presented in part by Farmers Insurance, Bennett Center Agency, for all auto, home, specialty, life, and commercial insurance. See what a center can do for you.
Football teams enter the home stretch as the postseason is just a handful of days away, and the Scholar Athlete Award returns for year number 36. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. 2 regular season games remain for football teams before Selection Sunday and the start of the postseason. Let's take you through the next couple of weeks on the gridiron. Sunday, October 27th is Selection Sunday. The 32 teams with the most playoff points in each of the 8 11-player divisions will be divided into district pairings. In 8-player, the top 16 teams in each of the 2 divisions will qualify for postseason play. The selection show will air live on Valley Sports Detroit at 4:30 p.m. 11-player districts start November 1st, as do the 8-player regionals. Staying with 8-player, regional finals will start on November 8th, and the semifinals are Saturday, November 16th. The 8-player finals are Saturday, November 23rd at the Superior Dome in Marquette, and those games will be live on the NFHS network. In 11-player, district finals start November 8th. Regionals will be November 15th and 16th, with the 16 semifinals being played on Saturday, November 23rd. The MHSAA 11-player football finals are Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving at Ford Field. Both days will kick off at 9:30 a.m. We play the even divisions on Friday, the odd divisions on Saturday, and all 8 finals will air live on Valley Sports Detroit or Valley Sports Detroit Plus. To see your team's playoff points and where they rank within their division, check out MHSAA.com and click on football. You can also see updated pairings, schedules, and more as results roll in. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Grand Rapids West Catholic's Landon Smith. The junior made a 38-yard field goal with 1 second left in a 24-23 win over Forest Hills Eastern, which gives West Catholic at least a share of the OK White Crown. The entire Romeo girls cross-country team, Romeo runners finished 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th as the team easily won their 9th straight Macomb County Championship. And Oxford running back Luke Johnson, he rushed for over 200 yards and scored 3 touchdowns in a 38-14 win over West Bloomfield, giving Oxford at least a share of the OAA Red Championship.
Graduating seniors could qualify for a tuition-free skills certificate or associate degree through the new Community College Guarantee, no matter their GPA or your household income. Or if your child plans to attend a 4-year university or career school, the Michigan Achievement Scholarship Program has them covered. They could get up to $27,500 toward a bachelor's degree or up to $4,000 for career training. Complete the FAFSA to get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
We've got a soccer you make the call today. Team A has a player, number 9, in offside position. Team A's number 1 takes a shot on goal that hits the crossbar and deflects right to number 9. The player collects the ricochet, shoots, and scores. What's the call? Goal is awarded because the ball is deflected to number 9. No goal because number 9 was in an offside position and gained an advantage for being in the offside position. Or caution number 9 for being offsides and interfering with play. If you said no goal because number 9 was offsides and gained an advantage, you are correct.
Play would restart with an indirect free kick for Team B from where the ball was played by number 9 of Team A.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. Applications are now being accepted for the MHSAA Scholar Athlete Award presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. 32 student athletes will eventually be selected to receive $2,000 college scholarships. This is the 36th year of working with Farm Bureau on these awards. Since the 1988-89 school year, Farm Bureau has handed out more than $1 million in scholarships for the Scholar Athlete Award. Seniors with an unrounded 3.5 or better grade point average who have earned at least one varsity letter in an MHSAA-sponsored sport are eligible to apply. Everything you need to apply can be found online at MHSAA.com, and the application deadline is 4 p.m. on Friday, December 6th. Finalists will be announced in late January. The scholarship winners will be announced throughout the month of February, and the winners will be honored during the boys basketball finals at the Breslin Center in East Lansing in March. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll be back next week.
.67 horsepower, candy red, 8 cylinders of freedom. And to think, he only let me drive it once. I've never considered myself to be a lucky man. That would be Dad. He didn't know a thing about cars, couldn't tell a hatchback from a quarterback. But somehow his just kept going, and going, and going, and going. Turns out Dad wasn't lucky. He just knew where to look.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
Then let's take a look. As I mentioned over the phone, wear and tear.
Oh man, they're never gonna buy this thing. Wear and tear? Well, there's the coffee stain on the seat. It needs new brakes. All 4 wheels squeak. The passenger door doesn't even have a handle. Not to mention that one time I went to my uncle's farm and backed up into a truck full of shit.
Should about cover it. You're all set.
Oh.
Don't overthink it. Seller to Weller.
All right, welcome back, everyone, here to Bulldogs Stadium. Players finding their way back out onto the field as we're working our way through the Centennial Securities halftime show. Nate Dreyer and Chandler Timmer with you. And CT, I'll hand it over to you first, and you can get us some stats, and we'll take a look back at some highlights from that first half of play.
All right, we'll start with the Panthers on offense. Campos had 5 completions for 36 yards. 3 of those to an IF for 31. Garrett's had 1 for 6. Traylor had 1 for -1. On the ground, Montgomery led the team in carries, 5 carries for 25 yards. Campos had 2 carries for 2 yards, and Esparza 1 carry for 7 yards for the Bulldogs. Did not complete a pass in the first half. All the damage on the ground. Jayden Terry, 15 carries, 109 yards. Zadinsky had 6 for 25. Hardiman, 4 for 21. Braylon Haney had 1 carry for 1 yard. Newville had 2 carries for 4 yards.
Well, you mentioned Jayden Terry. We're about to talk about him a little bit right here. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights from the first half. Let's start with this one. This was Jayden Terry from 2 yards out. He would add the 2-point conversion on his own as well to make it 8-0 Bulldogs. And just after the first minute of the second quarter. Again, Haney in for Hardiman, Sadinsky, and Jayden Terry. Newville will turn and gives it to Terry, and standing up, he's into the end zone. And the Bulldogs strike first on TD number 20. After that, it was Miguel Rojas come up with a big play as Grandville, for a second time, were inside their own territory. They got a stop inside the 5-yard line on the first drive on a 4th and goal situation. On this one, it was Miguel Rojas. He thought he had a pick 6. There was a penalty, though, wound up just being a 77-yard return. But Rojas, a nice INT, and he took it to the house. There just was a block that wound up taking it back out of the end zone. Sideline, Campos is cut off. There goes Rojas. Touchdown, Grandville, pick 6. A penalty marker is down back at the 20. We'll see if it's coming back, but Rojas takes it to the house. He did pick it off at the start of that highlight, I promise you. So then it came down to Jayden Terry. He had a couple. One from 13, another then a couple plays later from 3 yards. Here is Jayden's second touchdown of the night. This was number 21 on the season. Ethan Newville turns. Give here to Jayden Terry. He'll cut it to the outside. Terry's got the 5, racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Grandville. Jayden Terry, second of the night, and the Bulldogs extend the advantage. And one last highlight from the half. Jayden Terry, third of the night, 21-0. That was the score into the half after this. And then Jake Karen, an extra point. Again, it's going to be Haney aligning in the middle of Jayden Terry and Easton Sadinsky in the backfield. Newville, Jayden Terry, third of the game, touchdown. Grandville spinning and standing up into the end zone. And Tank having a day in the Bulldogs. So the Dogs lead at the break, CT, in this one, and a 21-0 game. The main talking point, we kind of went over this, is the defense for sure. I mean, for Grandville's defense to get rolling in this game, get the pick, get the stop in their own territory. Yes, a team that's shorthanded, has struggled on offense in general, but this Grandville defense just get a chance of some momentum, especially if they have a chance to put a donut on the scoreboard at the end of the night, too, and playing towards that. That's going to be huge for this team's confidence into Caledonia, into the playoffs.
Yeah, no doubt would be big to have a strong performance. Of course, the shutout's what they're hoping for. We'll see if they're able to keep it up in the second half, but just being able to play with that confidence, get some more energy on that side of the ball. Gave up some yardage early on, but able to stand strong down in the red zone along the goal line, able to get a couple stops. Then you kind of see the play starting to improve a little bit towards the end of the first half. Able to get off the field for some fourth down incompletions and able to get off the field that way on the turnover on down. So I think this defense really trying to put that complete game together. They have the first half, now looking to replicate that here in the second.
Second half is ready to go. It will be Grandville kicking it off to begin the second half. Remember, the onside kick that opened things in this ball game got West Ottawa the first possession of the game before they were able to, or before Grandville's defense was able to get a stop on a 4th and goal. So we'll see what the Dogs drop. They have onside kicked once, and outside of that, Karen has kicked it away from both of the dangerous return men, Ferguson along with Montgomery. So we'll see if the Bulldogs will do that again here in the second half. The following companies are hiring in your area: Industrial Innovations, ProStamp, and Enterprise Tool and Die. To see all the companies that are hiring, check out the standings page on MichiganSportsRadio.com's website, brought to you by the Precision Metal Forming Association. That'll do it for our Centennial Securities halftime show. And Jake Karen, who added the extra point to get us to 21-0, will get things back underway. Ronnie Ferguson deep along with Kayla Montgomery. This one will be kicked short once more, and it is going to be muffed by Esparza before he's able to settle it down inside the 25-yard line. So sloppy start again for West Ottawa. They've had some issues after that first recovery with their hands team and their up men on the last couple of short pooch kicks out of Jake Karanen. And here comes the West Ottawa offense. I'm very, very curious to see what this unit is going to look like to start the second half after the multiple different looks they gave us out of both pistol option, full house and empty backfield sets in the first half, and this is something we saw in the pregame, a get-out formation. All of the linemen will go to the near side of the field, the skill position players with Campos to the far side, and Coach Stiegel is going to be forced to burn a timeout. I saw, Chandler, you were waving at me there because we saw them doing this in pregame. They ran legitimately 10 probably snaps of this during their warm-up.
Yeah, they sure did. Definitely felt like something they were setting up. It was just a matter of at what point were they going to run it, and electing to open up the second half, at least showing it here. I think if nothing else, forcing the Bulldogs to burn an early timeout. We'll see if they come back out of it here, out of the timeout. But a couple different looks that they had in the warm-ups that they were showing. They've got all their skill, or most of the skill maker or players on the left side of the field with the football, where they run multiple routes out of that. The quarterback, of course, behind them. And they run routes out of that. They also have Trailer lined up alongside the lineman here, and they were throwing a version of a screen pass to him and then allowing the lineman to go upfield and block. So we'll see what the play call is out of this unique formation.
It is the same look, and it is Montgomery who's going to be snapping here for the Panthers to Campos. And they'll throw it out to Trailer, and he's wrapped up. Busting through Miguel Rojas, loss of 4. That was a lot of snaps in the pregame to lose 4 yards the first time you run the play. It's 2nd down and 13.
Well, that's the exact play that they were setting up a couple different times. Just a quick throw to the outside, and they've got the 5 linemen all out there. But the Bulldogs able to break right through, get in the backfield, and Trailer hit right after he catches the football.
Now, let's see if they've got any other looks out of this, or if we're going to see the traditional offense come back right here. 11-24. And they're going to do it again. This time, near side go the skill players with Trailer again all the way out to the left at the end of the lineman. Snap to Campos. He'll roll, pressure coming. Able to dump for Ronnie Ferguson. He gets cut up by Naraki and Haney at the 30-yard line, and Garrett Naraki is fired up after the stop. It will be 3rd down after a gain of about 5 yards there on 2nd. 3rd and 5. Actually, it's going to be a gain of 8. It'll be 3rd and 5 here on the mark. They'll give them the 30-yard line.
A little more successful out of the formation that time. That was the different variation that they ran, where the skill players on the side where they snap the ball, run the route, and it looks like going right back to it here on 3rd down.
They are committed to this not just being a trick formation and trick play. They're running, at least a whole set of a drive out of it right now. Good snap being settled down, or good job settling down that snap by Campos. The speedster will take off and run. He got popped, stayed with the football, and moves the chains before Cadwell brings him down. What a job by Campos through a big hit. I don't know if it was Moody or there are a couple maroon uniforms. He just popped right into, popped up, kept it going. No huddle. And again, it's the get-out formation right here. 1st and 10. Montgomery, the running back, to snap it here to Campos. Pressure coming, dumped it off. Penalty marker down as Ferguson gets lit up after a gain of about 4 on 1st down. Let's see what this marker is.
Yeah, thrown by one of the line judges. This formation, you wonder, setting up the screen pass to the one side if you open yourself up to an eligible man downfield.
And that's exactly what it is. I've seen, especially at the high school level, you see plenty of teams run different get-out formations and different looks. I don't know if I've ever seen a team drill it 10 times in the pregame and then run it for, I think they're intending to run this for the whole drive.
Yeah, no, it looks like something that would maybe be a trick play one time, but with as many times as they repped it in the warm-up, they're going to try to go the first drive of the 3rd quarter here, using that exclusively.
That's what they're going to do again. It's now back to 1st and 15. Again, Montgomery, the running back, to snap here to Campos. Trailer, the lone skill position that's off the line on the left grouping of players. Campos. All over him was Cadwell with pressure. Sideline, one-handed grab, but I think out of bounds was Knapp. That was an impressive grab he made through a couple of defenders, but he was out of bounds, and it will be 2nd and 15. I don't know how, he hauled that in with one hand behind his head out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Campos was just launching that one, trying to get it out of bounds, but somehow able to get a hand on that and actually made the catch, just was out of bounds. But I think the Bulldogs starting to figure out that if they just bring some pressure to the side of the snap, Cadwell was immediately in the face of Campos, and he was just scrambling around for his life back there. So we'll see if they bring pressure once again.
We're going to run it again. Again, get out formation here for West Ottawa. 2nd and 15 this time. Campos will take the snap. Able to evade the pressure, and the sophomore is going to take off. He's flight of foot. He will evade Kroll, and he's a yard short of the 1st down. One of the first times we've seen number 8 really running in space, and he can really move when they get him charging. It'll be 3rd down and short here. They're getting yardage out of this formation, if nothing else.
Yeah, they sure are. If nothing else, really spreading the field the entire length. And Campos then has an ability to use his legs and run all the way across to the wide side of the field. Now make this a much more manageable 3rd down.
It will be 3rd and 3, where he's going to be marked out to the 45-yard line. And here is some traditional offense. They go back to the full house pistol now. So they'll change around the wings to that pistol, but back to the way they've run most of the plays in this ball game. And this is Ruben Esparza turning the corner. He's got the first down as Josh Crater makes the stop up to the 50-yard line. So the Panthers are able to move the chains. We'll see if they stick out of the pistol or if they go back to the get-out formation now to midfield.
Much more traditional play call there on 3rd down to pick up the first down after showing that formation. Able to go back to their base offense, pick up the conversion. Does look like now going to maybe remain in the pistol for at least a few play calls.
That's what they're going to do right here. Fresh set of downs right at midfield to the 50 here for Campos and the offense. Pistol back is Trailer. This is given on to Esparza. Stays on his feet in the backfield. And the shifty back is still going, and he's got a first down over the 40-yard line. Elusive run right there from the 5'10 seniors. He was able to split out. He did score a touchdown, Esparza did, versus Rockford a week ago. It's going to be just short of the first down. It will be a 2nd and 2 as he did just get that foot out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Keegan Kroll had a shot at him in the backfield and just able to bounce off of that one and then get out wide.
Chris Bronkhorst will be the pistol back this time. Montgomery, along with Garrett's, are the backs off either hip here, split of Campos. And this is Jake Garrett's. He's got the first down over the 40-yard line. Garrett's is used in a lot of different ways. He started the year as a slot receiver. Last week against Rockford, with the injury to Elijah Reynolds, he turned into a tight end, and now he's a fullback out of a full house pistol. So 14 White, certainly a guy that's used in a lot of different ways as West Ottawa continuing to move the ball effectively on this first drive of the half. The first 5 or 6 plays out of a unique get-out formation with the ball being snapped by Montgomery, the tailback, and this is Montgomery charging his way to the 35-yard line and a gain of 4 on first down. Right now, this offense has found a bit of a groove out of the pistol look.
Yeah, and after showing that get-out formation, just changing the look defensively, kind of get them thinking about that a little bit. And, of course, the defense can see it right away from the snap that the defense is going to be different. But at the same time, after you show them that different look, now the run game is opened up on some of those zone runs that they've shown.
Family Fare tailgate special this week, by the way, is fresh, all-natural honey-style ribs. Buy one, get one free. Visit shopfamilyfare.com for all of the specials. 7:50 to go. Campos to throw this time. He'll loft it left side, and it is intercepted by Easton Sadinsky. And the Bulldogs come away with their 2nd turnover of the ball game. What a play made by the senior.
Yeah, Sadinsky been seeing a lot of time on the field defensively tonight for the Bulldogs and makes a big play right there. Panthers have been mostly keeping the ball on the ground, been able to move the ball, electing to take a shot down the field right there, but Sadinsky had it covered very well down the sideline, played it perfectly, pushed the receiver towards the boundary, and then played the ball perfectly, able to catch that one and keep the feet in.
What a play by Sadinsky, back in on the defensive side of the ball late in the season and coming up with a big play, his first pick of the season, the INT for Sadinsky, and he'll go right back to work starting at their own 10-yard line with the offense. Here's Jayden Terry, tries to reverse course, and the junior's able to get a yard into the middle of that pile. Grandville defense right now, they haven't bent a ton, but even when they have bent, they have not broken, and they've been able to come up with some big plays out of that secondary, and I think that secondary in particular making big plays, going up against a Caledonia team next week that throws the ball a lot, and then the playoffs that follow. That's a very critical point of where this defense needed to, and right now looks like has improved.
Yeah, for sure. Something that they're going to need and want going forward as they potentially are in the playoffs against some really high-powered offenses. If they can find a way to force some turnovers and get extra possessions.
Newville in the offense on 2nd and 9 will draw the hard count and draw the offside. So turn 2nd and 9 into 2nd and 4 as for the second time that hard count able to work for Newville. And the offense, do bleed orange or maroon. The Hope College versus Calvin University blood battle that you heard about at the half is the biggest battle off the field in partnership with Versiti Blood Center of Michigan. First ever battle is happening now and ending on November 6th. And you can make an appointment to donate blood at your local Versiti Center, and you can show your support for either side by using the promo code either Knights or Dutchman in the appointment notes online, or you can go on November 6th to either school location and donate in person at the blood drive events there. You can get a special T-shirt with either school. Here goes Easton Sadinsky, fresh off the pick, and he's got the first down, and he's nearly got the 30-yard line before Montgomery and company chop him up. Sadinsky got some momentum right now, and he's flying into the open field. Fresh set of downs here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, making plays on both sides of the football. Doesn't look like he's too tired, at least at this point in the game. Able to make a nice run right there. His second run of 10-plus yards. That one goes for 12.
6:20 and less to go as the Bulldogs break it out from their own 28-yard line. Once again, Hardiman, the sophomore, will be in the middle of Sadinsky and Jayden Terry. Newville will stretch on to Terry, spins out of a backfield mess. He'll stretch it for the first down and more. Speed to the 45-yard line, out of bounds with Esparza standing over top of him. Broken play. Jayden Terry turns it into 15 yards.
Jayden Terry uses the hesitation of the defense. They thought he was maybe going to be wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. He, of course, broke the tackle and bounced it to the outside, and the hesitation from the defense is they thought he was going down just enough for Terry to bounce that one to the sideline.
Grandville looking for their first score of the second half with half of the quarter gone here in the third quarter. And a 3-score lead for the Bulldogs. Jayden Terry has all the scores. Defense, one with Rojas, one with Sadinsky, have come up with a couple of picks for the Dogs. Newville to throw here. He'll loft it deep down the field for Terry. Caught at the 35-yard line. Spinning away from Hescott, and he's ripped down by Garrett just shy of the 25-yard line. Deep shot, and Terry gets involved in the pass game.
Terry running to the corner there was wide open. Newville just had to launch it up there pretty high up in the air. Terry able to make the adjustment, catch the football. Looked like after he broke the initial tackle, was maybe going to have a chance to reverse field and take that one even further. But a nice play and the first completion of the game for the Bulldogs.
That's a big thing, I think, for Grandville, too, by the way. The pass game, getting the running backs more involved. Of course, Gibby Connelly's been great the last couple weeks. The Grand Valley committed tight end and, Sadinsky all year long. But when you get either Hardiman or Jayden Terry like that involved in the pass game, that's a good deal as well. Terry off the grab will stretch it inside the red zone. Here goes Terry. He's got the corner, looking for the end zone, fighting to the corner of the end zone, and out at the 3-yard line as Terry will set up another score here, possibly for the Dogs, with inside 5:15 to go in the third quarter.
Every week, Jayden Terry reminds you why he's so highly regarded as a prospect and going to be playing at the next level. Is that time a little bit more of a patient run to the outside, able to let the blocks develop to that side, putting his hand up and kind of guiding the blockers that way, and, of course, staying along the sideline, staying in bounds, fighting forward, eventually knocked out.
Braylon Haney, the back that was described a lot last year by Coach Stiegel as a hammer, will check in at fullback for a first and goal from the 3-yard line. This is Sadinsky. He'll be a yard short of the end zone before before it was Beal Killar that was able to guide him to the turf. Second and goal, 1-yard line, a plunge coming up. Let's see if Coach Stiegel gets someone else involved or if Jayden gets a touchdown for the game.
I wouldn't be totally shocked if Sadinsky gets another look at it here, reward him for the interception he just got.
Or maybe we'll see if Braylon Haney can just vulture everyone right at the end of this drive as he checks in. Certainly he's into this power fullback role and changing the look of the offense a little bit in the short yardage tries. This is a charging Sadinsky into the end zone. Touchdown, Grandville. Sadinsky finds the end zone again for the Bulldogs, and they stretch it to a 4-score lead.
I think Coach Stiegel knows exactly what he's doing right there, as we just mentioned. Rewarding Sadinsky, making the interception. Big play down inside the red zone on the other end. Offense able to drive the length of the field. Sadinsky gets a couple cracks at it and eventually punches it in from 1 yard out.
9th touchdown of the year total for Easton Sadinsky. And it will be Kiernan looking to add the extra point here. Low snap settled by Newville and tumbled through by Jake Kiernan. He's 2 for 2 on the extra points, and the Bulldogs lead this one 28-0 with 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back here.
Looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
Have you ever thought about a career in metal manufacturing? Today, careers in robotics, product development, engineering, and IT are just some of the few of the outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your hands.
All right, welcome back. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, and the Bulldogs are struck again. Easton Sadinski, he's got a pick, and now he adds a touchdown on as Jake Kiernan gets ready to send it away for the Bulldogs. Montgomery, Ferguson back to receive for the Panthers. Kiernan will put the full leg behind this one, and he'll get the touchback on it as well. And we had a little bit of breeze before the game, but right now that flag at the far left side of the field in the back of the end zone is pretty limp at the moment, so not much of a helping breeze either. Able to send that one into the end zone for Kiernan as he's gotten to work out in a couple different ways. Sending him away, here comes the Panther offense, and I'm fascinated to see what the Panther offense looks like because we have seen a little bit of everything outside of them running a T themselves so far.
Yeah, it's been a pretty wide range of things that they've shown. Anything from that get-out formation to most of their play call has been from that full-house pistol formation, and it looks like a different variation of the pistol now.
Yeah, this is just kind of your traditional 3-wide receiver spread pistol look right here. Tight end off the near side of the line. Give onto a charging trailer, and the power back has got it to the 25-yard line for 5 yards on first down. So the Panthers have spent the first part of the game full house pistol, empty backfield, get out kind of trick formations, and now they kind of just go to their straight 3-wide receiver, the base of their offense look at this point in the third quarter, still scoreless. And they're back to it again. This is the base of this offense, out of the pistol, spread formation with the tight end right. Again, they've had to go through a couple of different guys at that tight end position, especially the Elijah Reynolds injured. And you add on, of course, the injury to Kayden Forbes as well. Changes the math in terms of the running back position. Low snap, Campos on the ground. Down he goes. I believe he put his knee down when he was picking up that football in the backfield. So he'll be down there. It'll be a third down and about 10 back to where they started.
Yeah, Campos looked like trying to set up a pass right there as he was almost looking downfield before he had fully secured the snap. The snap hit him in a pretty good spot right in the hands and looked like just took his eyes off of it before he fully secured it. And the knee did hit the ground there, and so the play immediately blown dead.
Christian DeWitt, the sophomore, is the tight end here into the right side of the line. Campos from the pistol. As the Panthers working back with their base offense look, trailer charges up the middle. Brett Becker cuts him up along with Emery Moody. It'll be 4th down and 5 or 6 here.
Trailer, the couple carries he's had out of this pistol formation, he's able to get 4 or 5 yards, but now 4th down, 4th and medium. We'll see if they want to keep it on the ground or likely going to have to go to the air here, which is where they've had some issues. The Bulldogs already with a couple interceptions.
It will be 4th and 6 from their own 24-yard line for Campos and the offense here as the unit changes out a little bit. We're inside 2:40 to go in the third quarter. They are going to go back to their full house pistol on 4th down and 6. Campos will fake the give, roll the pass with the pressure coming. The sophomore throws it behind Esparza, but a penalty marker is down around the line of scrimmage. Let's see if this is on the Panthers anyway or if it's on the Bulldog defense. I see Coach Stiegel signaling that he's going to decline the penalty. It's an ineligible man downfield. Grandville's defense continues to pitch the shutout, and the offense will get the ball at the 24-yard line.
Campos again just rolling out, trying to wait for something to develop downfield. Just Esparza didn't quite break the same way that he was expecting the throw along the sideline. Esparza didn't really see it, but really good coverage again from the Bulldogs. Keegan Kroll again, he's made a bunch of plays here tonight. They're in coverage the closest once again, and the Bulldogs able to get off the field. The defense continues to hold their own.
Barbara Ford surprised a vast selection of new and used vehicles, exceptional car care, and customer service with competitive prices offered on every pre-owned model on their lot. You won't find a reason to visit any other dealership in Holland. Visit them online and check out the inventory at barberford.net. And West Ottawa is going to call a timeout this time. When it comes to your home parking lot and roads, you want a smooth, safe, and attractive surface for walking and driving. Trusted professionals at Bruce's Blacktop with over 30 years of experience to get the job done right. Check them out online at brucesblacktopllc.com. Also, High Tone Cleaners, with 2 locations in Jenison and in Grandville, Wyoming, offers professional dry cleaning, laundering, bulk laundry service, shoe care and repair, and more. They also have same-day service if you drop off your items before 9 a.m., including Saturdays. High Tone Cleaners offers pickup and delivery service. Check them out online at high-tonecleaners.com. That's high-tonecleaners.com with a hyphen in between high, H-I, and tone. high-tonecleaners.com. First and 10, 24-yard line. Bulldog offense back at it. Jayden Terry back at it. He'll follow blockers with a second push to the 20-yard line for a gain of about 4 or 5 on that first down run from Jayden, as we're going to tick inside 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. By the time the Bulldogs run this next play and run, Ethan Newville back from the sideline with the call. Pinnacle Heating and Cooling wants to know, how old is your system? Watch for signs like cold spots in your home, frequent repairs, or poor temperature control. A new Bryant system might need to be in your future. Reach out today. Pinnacle Heating and Cooling and Bryant, whatever it takes, serving West Michigan for 25 years. Out of the tee, Newville will fake a handoff, and the senior rolling, looking for the end zone. LaCroix is just overthrown as he was looking for his first touchdown grab of the year. It will be 3rd and 5. Quick note before Chandler can break that down. Pinnacle Heating and Cooling, by the way, you can call them at 616-896-7466 or pinnacleheat.com. I have finished my Billy Mays moment. You're up.
All right. Yeah, had LaCroix open there on the corner route down the field. Again, with the play action, the Panthers lost him in the back end there, but Newville a little overthrown. LaCroix extending, trying to make the play, but just out of his reach.
3rd and 5, 19-yard line with 90 seconds on the third quarter clock right here for the Bulldogs and Newville. This will be a stretch on to Sadinsky. Scored the last touchdown. Gave a stiff arm, but gets ridden down by Ruben Esparza in the backfield. Great job by the senior to hunt down Sadinsky there. It will be 4th down and 8 after a loss of 3 on that stretch run to Sadinsky, as the Bulldogs kind of flip that base play that we normally see going to 28 and instead send it to 6. And on 4th and 8, here comes Jake Kiernan. So Grandville leading 28-0. Going to see if their senior can try to knock one down. And, of course, that's a good thing to add on before the postseason, as this is going to be an attempt spotted down at the 29-yard line. A 39-yarder here for Kiernan. 39-yarder for the senior, looking to tack on 3 more. Newville to hold. Right leg through the football. The tumbler from Kiernan has got the leg. 39-yarder from Jake Kiernan. 31-0 Grandville. Good strike of the football right there to stretch the Bulldog advantage that much more. As right there, CT, I mean, a good chance to send out the kicker in Kiernan and give him a chance to make a little bit longer one. I think in a lot of cases with this offense, they wind up going for it, but you never know playoff time what you might wind up seeing, and Kiernan is able to knock that one down right there. Royal Technologies is one of the largest employers in Hudsonville and is a premier plastic injection molding company employing over 1,200 employees. Royal offers many benefits like weekly pay, insurance after 30 days, quarterly bonuses, and an on-site gym. And they are always closed on Sundays. If you're considering a career change, we invite you to crown your future with Royal Technologies. We got the fog machine out of the student section rolling as it is going to be Kiernan, fresh off the 39-yard strike. to send it away. The Bulldogs lead this one 31-0 with under 40 seconds to go in the third quarter, and the Bulldogs are inching towards that playoff positioning as well. Another touchback here for Kiernan, who has been very good in this game. Good on the extra points, knocks down the 39-yarder, and has been able to send it through the back of the end zone a couple of times. Grandville defense has been really good, too. That's been the most encouraging point of this game for the Bulldogs side for sure.
Yeah, I have to be feeling good about the way the defense has played all night long, and right now they're just looking at the clock. They've got a quarter plus 37 seconds to try to hold up their end of the shutout right here, and they've done a really nice job after being put in some tough situations early on. Now have really settled in, and the previous drive, able to force the turnover on downs pretty early in the possession from the Panthers, looking to replicate that again right here.
Let's see what the Panthers have got for us. It looks like it's going to be the full house option pistol. That's exactly what it is. Esparza will be the tailback to the right hip as Montgomery was going to motion. Now he will motion, and Coach Collins is going to be forced to burn his second timeout of the half, trying to get things set up as well. Thanks as always to Centennial Securities, along with the Bennett Center Farmers Insurance Agency, new agency in the Wyoming Grandville area. We, of course, are partnered with the Bates Agency for all those years, and in Bennett now, if you're in this area, and in Bennett, a graduate of Tri-Unity, played basketball there, played basketball at Aquinas as well, big sports fan, of course, is kind of your new go-to guy if you're looking to continue your farmers insurance coverage in this area, but also beyond, of course. And really excited to have him join the Game Night family this year and help present things here on MGN. 37 seconds to go as the West Ottawa offense is back to work, and they'll be back to work out of this full house and out of the pistol. This has been their best look offensively in this ballgame. Two wide receivers. Won't have a tight end in the formation again. Campos to throw, and the sophomore is able to strike Connor Knapp, and he's knocked out of bounds after he picks up the first down by Easton Sadinsky. Said earlier in the game, Knapp had 130 yards receiving, 8 grabs against West Ottawa. Against Rockford for West Ottawa. He's been pretty rarely targeted though in this ball game as he's got up to the 32-yard line here though.
His first reception targeted earlier in the game, but the first time that him and Campos have been able to connect, and right on time there, comeback route just past the sticks, able to find each other for the first down conversion.
Campos again out of the pistol, 32-yard line this time. And the sophomore, he's got wheels, and he'll pick up a couple of yards with Brett Becker hunting him down along the sideline. I mean, the most effective thing I've seen out of this offense that I certainly think in years coming as well with this team is, I think, a run game built around the quarterback option game and finding a way to get Campos in space, because every time we've seen him turn the corner, he's really, really dangerous. He's quick. He's got that kind of chopping stride similar to like a Mackay Guy type that we saw at Muskegon in past years. I think he can be that sort of quarterback for this offense. Same look with 26 seconds on the third quarter clock. He is going to be marked back at the line of scrimmage, actually, so it will be a 2nd and 10. Ruben Esparza will twist and get about the 35-yard line before Graverson wraps him up. Gain of 2 yards, 3 yards, 3rd and 7. 13 seconds and less. Let's see if Coach Collins tries to quickly run a play. I don't think he's going to. He's walking and talking to his quarterback, and he's okay to take this one to the final quarter. We go to the fourth. 31-0 Grandville. The Bulldogs, both sides of the ball, putting together a good position and a good performance, I should say, as they're looking for win number 4 on the season. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the final.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
Golf 616 is Grand Rapids' newest and most elite indoor golf facility. A place where you can refine your swing, compete in a league, or simply enjoy a round of golf with friends. Golf 616, the perfect place to sharpen your game when you can't get out on the links. Located on West River Drive and 131 in Comstock Park. Find them on Facebook or online at golf616michigan.com.
What's this? I've never seen this ad before. Go. All right, welcome back. Fourth quarter here on game night. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer. 3 wide set out of the pistol right here. As they'll use a single fullback and split otherwise out of that full house look they've been going to. Campos down the field for Esparza, and he's able to toe the sideline and make the grab. Great job against the body on the throw from Campos, and Esparza able to track it in down to the 30-yard line.
Campos just working his way out and around through the pocket, and just able to develop or throw a really nice ball down the field. Esparza had found himself open along the sideline. Campos able to get enough arm underneath it to get it to him, and a big play for the Panthers.
They've now transitioned. I actually like this idea out of them right here, as they've gone from instead of that full house, now they go back to the full house. They have been taking out of the full house, going to kind of an offset eye pistol. Now they go back full house. Campos, this is Esparza, turns the corner and has got speed for the first down. I think it was Kroll that got the first contact from behind, but a chain mover, Ruben Esparza, making some things happen. And the Panthers in position now to try to get some points on the board and break the shutout with 11:45 to go in the ballgame.
Have gotten to this point a couple times throughout the course of the game, and this is where the Bulldogs defense has been able to stand strong and make some plays, force some turnovers. The Panthers now looking to execute, unlike they've been able to do to this point inside the red zone.
Twice the Bulldogs have come up with interceptions down on their own end of the field, and once again, it is full house out of the Panthers. This is Montgomery charging the 15-yard line. Kubzak on the stop after a gain of 3 or 4. It will be 4 officially on first down. 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Bulldogs trying to keep the slate clean with the donut currently in the scoreboard, I should say, for West Ottawa. The Panthers looking to break through late in this one. They scored 15 points against Rockford a week ago, and they actually scored first in that game against Rockford, went up 7-0. No break. 10:45 and less to go. Campos with the offense, and they will spread it out once again 2 wide. And again out of the pistol, Braylon Haney showing some pressure here for the Bulldogs. Campos on the roll. The sophomore looking downfield, 5-yard line. Knapp made the grab, able to stick the toe in the turf and hang on to it, survive the ground, 1st and goal. That was a great grab again by the Panthers, and a great crossbody throw before it.
Yeah, really nice footwork along the sideline by Knapp, able to reach back. The ball was thrown pretty far outside along the sideline, and he was able to keep the 1 foot in just enough, keep the toe down, secure the catch. Now the Panthers going to set up from the 5.
1st and goal, 5-yard line, and the Panthers with a chance to break through onto the score sheet for the first time. Garrett's and Esparza the backs off either hip of Campos, and the pistol back is Montgomery. Campos with pressure coming. He'll take it himself and got awkwardly taken down on that one, and is able to hang on to the football as Evan Wyman busted through on that play.
Pretty nice recovery from the Bulldogs defense when Campos brought that one down and had the quick burst. Looked like he was going to have a chance to run that one to the near side corner of the end zone, but the Bulldogs recognizing that pretty quickly, able to adjust, come up and make the tackle, and actually bring him down for a loss of a couple.
It'll be 2nd and goal back to the 7-yard line, loss of 2. Unit changes up a little bit with now Garrett's being rotated to the deep back here. Montgomery is cut up. I think it was a piece coming from Graverson first up to the 6-yard line. 9.5 minutes to go. 3rd and goal from the 6. Grandville's defense maybe with a chance to come up with a stop and keep the scoreboard clean.
Done it before. Now, once again, 6-yard line. Going to have to try to come up with a stop. Have to imagine they're going to be pretty aggressive here, trying to make a play, force something to happen, trying to knock the ball free just about anything, and trying to keep the Panthers off the board.
Touch over 9 minutes to go in the ball game. 31-0 Grandville. Can the Panthers strike back out of the full house? Montgomery, the deep back. Bulldogs will bring 3 down linemen. They're showing some pressure as well. Campos fakes He's got pressure, evading, throws out of it, incomplete, dangerous throw over the middle of the field as Evan Wyman busted through again. The pressure right up the middle from Wyman, been a storyline all year for the Bulldogs, and the junior makes a big play right there. It'll be 4th down and goal from the 6-yard line. A new unit coming on, and I believe, are the Panthers going to think about trying to kick this one to try to put points on the board?
Campbell's still a bit shaken up, too, after that hit from Wyman. He took a big one. Reed Graverson able to hold the edge to that side and then set up Wyman for the big hit. It does look like a field goal now.
It'll be the lefty Basselin here looking to add the extra point. It's a rolled snap, left leg through the football, and the twister's good. So, 22-yarder is good, and the Panthers are able to find their way on to the score sheet with 8:37 to go in the ball game. They've got their first points of this one. We're going to step aside, be right back here on Game Night.
Order groceries, schedule appointments, and rides online. So why not house cleaning? Sweep is West Michigan's go-to residential cleaning service. Order cleanings in minutes by selecting the rooms and services you need on the Sweep app. Pricing is transparent, scheduling is flexible, and we're fully bonded and insured. Visit sweepllc.com to download the Sweep app or book online. First-time users use promo code FIRSTORDER to get 10% off. sweepllc.com. A cleaning in a sweep.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer here on Game Night, where the Grandville shutout has been broken as the Panthers are able to drive down the field. 22-yarder from Basselin was knocked down, and now he's got it teed up, and we'll get ready to put us back underway once again. One of the deep men, by the way, and they aren't overly deep around the 20-yard line, is Jayden Terry here for the Bulldogs. Onside kick this time is fielded by the Bulldogs and by Brecken Mann. 8:35 to go. I'm not kidding you how close I just about said Tyson Mann. By Brecken Mann, it's his younger brother, and they wear the same number, and they have about the same build out there. And Brecken is able to handle that one nicely on the hands team. He's done that a couple of times this year. He got the onside recovery against Pickerington North that led to the momentarily winning score in that one back in week 1 in that classic. And here comes the Grandville offense already leading this one 31-3 as we have traded field goals here on the last couple of drives. Out of the tee. Starting unit remains in the backfield. Jay Weiss, right tackle, is in the game for the Bulldogs. Jayden Terry charges over the 50-yard line, and he's going to get his chance to follow big number 78 on the right side of the line like he wants to. So Coach Steele going to take this opportunity late in the game to break Jay Weiss in, and obviously for Grandville, Chandler, what an addition it is to get their leading senior right tackle back in for the last couple games of the year, but especially that playoff run.
Yeah, for sure, huge as they get ready for the playoffs to get another guy that they really trust along that offensive line, a real strength at the tackle position that they can run behind, and they like to quite a bit. And so I think when you look at this stretch run and the games coming up, something that the Bulldogs get back and can improve upon from the previous matchups against some of the teams that will likely be in the playoffs against. Jay Weiss, a big part of that.
Newville, quick give onto a charging Hardeman, the trap over the 40, and he'll push his way down to the 38-yard line. A good, tough run right there from Hardeman. It's quick hitting, and he hits it with so much power as well. The junior safety, Connor Volk, on the stop. But that's exactly what you want to see out of Hardeman. It's probably one of the number one things I want to see in this ballgame is, of course, get Terry, get Sadinsky running well, as they have done again. But the Bulldogs want to get some momentum going with DJ Harden because he is such a different weapon, different style of weapon, and a young player at fullback compared to what they've had the last couple of years. And you see it right there with that sort of kind of churning, charging run. 38-yard line, fresh set of downs with 7:15 to go. And the Dogs out of the two tight end straight tee. As they've operated all game minus one play, they rotated Sadinsky out. And this is Easton Sadinsky turning his back to just shy of the 30-yard line. A late penalty marker is down in the pile as well. This might be a personal foul. I don't know what side it's going to be on, but that flag came in seconds after the play was already whistled dead.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on the hit necessarily that would.
Personal foul on West Ottawa. So 15 free yards given at the end of the play to the Bulldogs. Fresh set of downs coming as well right here.
Yeah, I would have to imagine that was likely something that was said right at the end or done in the bottom of that pile, that it wasn't a hit to the head or anything like that, or on the tackle or the bring down. It looked like after the tackle had been made along the ground there, team's kind of getting into it a little bit.
Bulldogs are going to bring Braylon Haney in for Jayden Terry. This might be the end of the night for Jayden Terry. If it is, it was a good one. 3 touchdowns, 110-plus yards rushing, and we'll see if it's just a spell for Jayden or if it is the end of the night for 28. He's going to be able to take an extended rest for the final 6.5 of this one. His team leads it by 28, and the Dogs will work from the 16-yard line. So Haney checks in Terry's spot to the left of the line. This is a give on to Sadinsky, and he'll stretch it before a vault cuts him up inside the 14, or inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Has been the hugest, the biggest yardage night in terms of plays for Sadinsky, but he's been able to find himself in the end zone, and then when you factor in the amount of plays he's made on the defensive side of the ball, if they can get that kind of contributions on both sides, no doubt the Bulldogs have to be happy.
14-yard line. They got 2 on that one. Now Sadinsky will relay a new message that he'll get things set with. Or Newville on to a charging Hardiman, and the sophomore backs his way up to the 12-yard line right there. And Jayden Terry is coming back in for the 3rd down play. So Terry got a rest on the first couple of plays of this sequence. Now Haney comes back out, and the Bulldog Jr. off his spell will re-enter for a 3rd and 6. Five, 10 and less to go. Dogs already lead it by 4 touchdowns. They look to add on here. Newville, fake give, and it's a bootleg keeper. Good blocking, set up in front, cuts it up, touchdown Grandville. Ethan Newville turns the corner and is able to put the Dogs back in the end zone.
Bulldogs have been saving that one for a while. They have not run quarterback boot a ton with Newville, but they break it out right there. Bring Jayden Terry in as a bit of a decoy on the delayed handoff. Everyone thinking the ball is going to be going to him, and then Newville pulls it, and as soon as he gets around the outside, has an open lane to the end zone.
37-3. Karanen add the extra point here. One of the more complete efforts of the season for the Bulldogs. Not necessarily the cleanest game all around, especially the way this one started as Karanen adds the extra point, but they have been able to control it on both sides of the ball. A couple turnovers, and they've scored in a multitude of different ways on offense to go along with it. We're going to step aside, be right back here from Bulldog Stadium. Dogs lead it 38-3.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Card, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12-count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or snack crackers, select varieties of Farmland sliced bacon, or Kool-Aid, Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light drink mixes. Family Fair in your neighborhood.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple: to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
We're back. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer. Ethan Newville, bootleg keeper, makes it 38-3 Grandville. And Jake Karanen will get us back underway with a tick under 5 minutes to go in this one. He had back-to-back touchbacks. This time he'll boot it short to the 10-yard line, where it's going to get taken up by Caleb Montgomery. He'll turn it to the 31-yard line. And here comes the West Ottawa offense. They were able to get their first points of the game out of a field goal, and they were especially able to do it with some tightrope grabs down the sideline on a couple of different occasions with a couple of different receivers last drive to keep things moving. and a couple of different looks on offense as well, but especially that base out of the pistol, especially the full house look.
Yeah, I've mixed it up all night long. The looks that they've shown offensively, able to put together their best drive, get quite a bit of yardage, go down the field, and eventually get on the board, get some points, get the field goal. We'll see now they try to string back-to-back drives together, trying to do something positive. You can just tell this is a team that's kind of trying to find their identity a little bit. They've got multiple things that they can do, trying to figure out what works and what they can do moving forward.
4:07 to go. Campos will stay at the controls. Sophomore's made some good plays in this game. He'll give it to Montgomery, who turns the corner before Reed Graverson wraps him up for a gain of 2 on first down. 3:50 and less to go, and the Bulldogs are going to bring a couple of the second-teamers defensively onto the field right here at the end of this play and get a couple snaps throughout this team. In fact, pretty much everyone but Wyman and Graverson right now are the second-teamers. We, of course, have seen Lucas Ross up with the top team as well. Brecken Mann is the free safety for the Bulldogs, standing up there with 3.5 minutes to go. Campos to Montgomery again. That's a charging run for the first down and more to the 50-yard line before it was Wyman that had to settle things down. Montgomery hits the hole with quite a charge in his game, and he's able to get the 50-yard line here.
Yeah, he's had a couple nice runs. Started off the game with back-to-back 9-yard carries where he was able to show that burst through the line, and thought it might be a long night for the Bulldogs defense if he was going to continue to gash him like that, and they kind of got away from him a little bit, but right there again, his longest run of the night and showing his ability to still break a big one.
Panthers are changing up their look a little bit on the offensive side as well with 2.5 minutes to go. Montgomery does remain the back that will get the ball again right here, and he'll ride blockers just shy of the 45-yard line to the 46 before the stop was made there. Cam Leonard, the Bulldog defensive back, the junior, in making the stop there for the Bulldogs. 2:15 and less to go, 38-3. So for Grandville, they're going to get back to 500 on the year. They're going to get to 4-4, and with the schedule they played, it's in all likelihood, in almost complete likelihood, the question of just where they're going, what's going on. It should be a playoff berth here coming now for the Bulldogs, which with this team we knew wasn't going to be a question. The question was how many of these tough games they were going to win and how are they going to be able to bounce back now in the playoffs as they get to see pretty much everyone they've lost to except for Pickerington North. A second time, Montgomery's got the Panthers 3 yards short, or make it 5 yards short on the mark of the first down here. But that's the thing. The Dogs can go on a revenge tour. The first 2 weeks of the year in some order, it's going to be Rockford, Hudsonville, and then there's a good chance the week that follows might wind up being Davison based on the way that things wind up going. So pretty much everyone, except for the team with 15 D1 players out of Ohio that they saw to begin the year and played their craziest game of. But everyone else that the Bulldogs have seen and lost to and have lost to in differing ways are going to have a chance to try to extract some revenge in the playoffs. 3rd and 5 here for the Panthers. Makai Campos will throw it on 3rd down towards the boundary, and that one is brought in for a first down by Connor Knapp. So a chain mover. Clock stops with 57 seconds, but, Gibby Connelly said it in our pregame interview with him. The idea of this team being on a mission continues to be at the core of it. They get Jay Weiss back. They get healthy all over the field outside of that as well, and I tell you what, Chandler, this is a team, if they're healthy, if the pieces are in the right place, those teams that maybe have already beaten the Bulldogs, they haven't seen the Bulldogs' best punch, I think, yet, completely healthy and where they want to be, as Montgomery has got this one to the 35-yard line, but you can kind of pick that up a little bit after that gain of 4. I mean, this is a team that's growing into the role they want to be, and yes, this is a team that only got one win they saw today in West Ottawa, but as this Grandville team gets healthy, especially adding Jay Weiss back into the mix, it's a different team come playoff time.
Yeah, it sure is. I think a team that's kind of excited to prove themselves and right some of the wrongs from early on in the season. Played some games that kind of got away from them a little bit, and of course teams that are really familiar to them, the Hudsonvilles and the Rockfords of the world, that they'll likely be seeing again if they can string together a couple wins and win a playoff game. But I think this Grandville team thinks they're peaking at the right time, and the start of that was likely here tonight, and a pretty complete win against the West Ottawa team.
Absolutely. Campos throws out of the pressure, and that ended the ball game, as you saw, as Grandville's defense gives up just 3. And it was just that the one field goal deep in their own territory that the Dogs surrendered. Besides that, the offense able to roll. The team on the whole able to roll with the punches some as well. We'll welcome you in as we open up our MGN Shop post-game show, 31-3. I mean, just a solid win. A game that Grandville, of course, was heavily favored to win coming in, but West Ottawa threw a lot of different looks at them. And again, the special teams comes up with the play right away. You're on the back foot at the beginning of the game, and Grandville was able to answer with big plays time and time again.
Yeah, they sure were, and both sides of the football able to get things done. The defense, I thought, really encouraging in their play. Started off, put in some tough situations, able to get themselves out of it, and then put together a pretty complete game. I'm sure they're wishing that last field goal didn't count. They would have had the shutout, but regardless, a really strong performance. But this team, all around against the West Ottawa team that was down a couple stars, able to take care of business and pretty much secure a playoff spot.
Dogs will go and celebrate with the student section. They're 4-4 on the year. They're playoff bound. It's senior night next week, right back here on game night, as Caledonia comes to town to close the regular season. 38-3 the final. A lot more still to get to. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the MGN Shop.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Rapid Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple: to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
The pulse of our community flows through all of us. Your blood donation keeps it strong. Schedule your donation at versity.org or call 866-MI-BLOOD. Together, we are a beacon of hope.
Uccello's Restaurante is where great food and sports come together. There's something for everyone, from a variety of handcrafted pizzas along with classic Italian dishes. With over 50-plus TVs on each location, you won't miss any action of the big game. Plus, they deliver. To check out their menu or order online, go to uccellos.com. Check us out to see why we're the #1 sports lounge in the area.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
Welcome back. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, 38-3 MGN Shop post-game show. The Bulldogs moved to 4-4 on the year. West Ottawa falling to a 1-7 mark on this campaign. Chandler, I'll hand it to you first for some stats, and then we'll take a look at some highlights from the first half.
All right, we'll start with the Panthers. On the ground, Montgomery had 64 yards. Campos had 15. Esparza with 34. Through the air, Campos, 11 completions for 105 yards. 31 of those to Anaya, 29 to Knapp, and 35 to Esparza. What are some of the numbers that stick out there for the Bulldogs? They had one completion, Newville to Jayden Terry for 32 yards. Then on the ground, Jayden Terry led the way, 20 carries, 156 yards. Sadinsky, 12 for 45 yards. Hardiman had 6 for 34. Newville added in 3 for 16, and Haney had a carry for a yard.
All right, let's take a look at some second half highlights from this one. Let's start. Easton Sadinsky was doing it on both sides of the ball in this ball game, and he came up with this interception in his own end of the field early in the third quarter. Supposed to throw this time. He'll loft it left side, and it is intercepted by Easton Sadinsky, and the Bulldogs come away with their second turnover of the ball game. What a play made. On the ensuing drive, Grandville's offense put a couple plays together, including, Chandler mentioned, Grandville had one pass completion. This was it. It was a deep shot to Jayden Terry. Picks for the Dawgs. Newville to throw here. He'll loft it deep down the field for Terry. Caught at the 35-yard line. Spinning away from Hescott, and he's ripped down by Garrett's just shy of the 25-yard line. Deep shot, and Terry gets in. Easton Sadinsky got a pick, and then Easton Sadinsky got a touchdown as well, as he was able to find his way into the end zone for the 9th time this season on this one, late in the third quarter. Changing the look of the offense a little bit in the short yardage tries. This is a charging Sadinsky into the end zone. Touchdown, Grandville. Sadinsky finds the end zone again for the Both kickers traded some field goals in the middle part of the late part, I should say, of the third into the fourth quarter of that second half. Jake Kiernan had the longer of them, as Kiernan was able to nail from 39 yards right here. A yarder here for Kiernan. 39-yarder for the senior, looking to tack on 3 more. Newville to hold. Right leg through the football. The tumbler from Kiernan has got the leg. 39-yarder from Jake Kiernan. 30. And lastly, Ethan Newville was able to turn the corner and motor his way into the end zone. Second time he's used his legs this season to get into the end zone. He's been pretty prolific passing on the year, but this time it was Newville finding the end zone, turning the corner on the bootleg keeper to get us to our 38 downs. They look to add on here. Newville, fake give, and it's a bootleg keeper. Good blocking set up in front, cuts it up, touchdown Grandville. Ethan Newville turns the corner and is able to put the Dawgs back. All right, 38-3 the final. We're going to step aside, be right back here on the MGN Shop postgame show. Grandville over West Ottawa will come back. We'll have some awards, and we'll tell you a little bit about what's coming up next week on game night.
We are Centennial Securities,
an independent firm with a team of committed professionals
who strive to exceed our clients' expectations by giving outstanding service.
We're proud to be part of our community where we live and work.
Gear up this season with the MGN Shop, featuring everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and outerwear, to water bottles, stickers, and other accessories that help show off your style and your support of Game Night, the Grandville Bulldogs, and more. To shop, click on the Shop Merch tab at the top of MichiganGameNight.com and browse nearly 50 items. And be sure to check in frequently as new items are added throughout the season. That's the MGN Shop through MichiganGameNight.com.
Upgrade to Music Jams Premium to get uninterrupted listening on all your favorite tunes. Click here to start your 7-day free trial.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. Which is why with Farmers, you don't have to compromise quality to get great savings on your insurance. I got this.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Game Night is presented in part by Farmers Insurance, Bennett Center Agency, for all auto, home, specialty, life, and commercial insurance. See what a center can do for you. So, Grandville 38-3 winners in this one, as the Bulldogs are going to be going to the postseason. They go to 4-4 on the season. On all likelihood, that with their tough schedule they've played is certainly going to be enough. We'll see who they wind up playing as West Ottawa drops to 1-7 on the season. Nate and Chandler, let's hand out some awards from this one, shall we? Let's start with our Car Center hit of the game. Couple options. We'll kind of go with a combination of plays for the Car Center hit of the game. First quarter. First drive of the game, West Ottawa gets a pooch kick, onside kick recovery, drive down the field, get it to a 1st and goal. Grandville able to stand tall inside the 5-yard line. Kind of a big moment with where this game went as Grandville's defense set the tone early and said, even though you were able to just kind of flip the possession on us, we're not going to let you come in here and get the first points of the game.
Yeah, no doubt it set the tone for the rest of the game and kind of what the defense was able to do right away in a tough situation. Tremendous field position for the Panthers, able to get off the field, force that turnover on downs, and really able to set kind of what they were going to do for the rest of the game with that big stand.
Absolutely. Our player of the game presented by the Bennett Center Farmers Insurance Agency for all auto, home, specialty, life, and commercial insurance needs. See what a center can do for you at 616-980-4949. A couple options, of course. Jayden Terry with his 3 touchdowns and big performance on the ground. But how about Easton Sadinsky? Had a pick, had a touchdown, had some big plays on offense as well. But Sadinsky stepping up into a role now, playing corner on the defensive side of the ball on top of what he was able to do on the offensive side of the ball. He was a very big and very critical part of what Grandville did tonight.
Yeah, he sure was, and I think that's something that we'll kind of see as the season wraps up and now the attention starts to turn towards the playoffs. If he can continue to kind of give that sort of performance where he's still contributing on the offensive end, able to make some plays in the passing and the running game, and, of course, scoring some touchdowns, but then also if he can play that cornerback position, can be that two-way player, can really help shore up some of that defense, and in the coverage portion of the defense, I think is huge for the Bulldogs and what he displayed here tonight.
And then we go to our final award, the Centennial Securities Play of the Game. Centennial Securities is focused on offering our clients the best investment products, services, and advice. We provide recommendations and customized investment solutions specifically designed and customized for you and your unique goals. And we actually are going to go now on to the longest of Jayden Terry's 3 touchdown runs. Jayden mostly was scoring from short range in this ball game tonight, but this one, his second of 3, our Centennial Securities Play of Ethan Newville turns. Give here to Jayden Terry. He'll cut it to the outside. Terry's got the 5, racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Grandville. Jayden Terry, second of the night, and the Bulldogs extend the advantage. And, of course, I think if there hadn't been the holding penalty and Rojas had brought that one all the way back, you're very likely looking at Rojas' INT and potential pick 6 as being our play of the game. All right, what's up next week on MGN? Stay tuned to @MI Game Night for exactly what we're doing in terms of podcast or interview-wise. We may not have our normal full-length podcast, maybe just an interview or something set up because we're doing 2 games next week, a unique setup for us. Thursday night, West Catholic plays Zeeland West from Zeeland. We'll have video coverage of that one, and then we're back here at Bulldogs Stadium on Friday night. So, again, stay tuned exactly what's going on. I wouldn't expect our normal 2 for sure, but probably not a full-length podcast out of us prepping for those 2 games. But still look out for some interviews and other content in the middle of the week. 38-3, Grandville all over West Ottawa start to finish in this one. The Bulldogs get to 4 wins on the year. They are going to the postseason. They got a big one against Caledonia to wrap up the regular season on senior night next week. We'll see you then. We'll see you Thursday night as well as Zeeland West takes on West Catholic. Chandler Timmer, Nate Dreyer, thanks as always for tuning in to Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio. We'll see you next time.